I'm a dingus.
I'm a dingus.
I'm gonna set this background to like green. Hell yeah. Green's
Okay.
great.
Open LGBT and D. Come on.
LGBT D.
I love that that wasn't taken, so it's literally the official brand.
It's just the thing. It's just some stupid thing that I made up.
We're just some gays rolling dice.
It's fair. Isn't that actually a tag you use on the VODs?
Yeah.
Choice.
Maybe I'll make it black instead.
Black like my soul.
Like my soul.
Go get something to drink. The other part of me just wants to keep eating my sandwich.
Well, if anyone needs to make any preparations...
Are you a forest gay, ocean gay, or a space gay?
I'm a forest gay because I'm really scared of
Space gay.
Space gay. Yeah, I think, one of my tags on YouTube that I have for the VOD is gays rolling dice.
Probably a monster monkey. What do you mean you're not doing anything? Okay, I believe you. Don't do anything. Continue to not do things.
Oh right, that thing.
I'm a space gay. I don't know. I guess I would be... Dinosaurs exist in the ocean and in the forest, and in space. I've seen the movies, I know it.
Are you referring to one very specific NSP song?
That's a reference I wasn't expecting today.
Okay, if anyone needs to make any preparations, do it now.
I need to have Roll20 load.
Dungeon.
Wow!
Dungeon.
Well, Roll20 needs to load for me. It's recalculating splines right now.
Nice.
Why must you recalculate the splines?
The splines? Because sometimes you need to rebuild your spline engine to make the graphics show up correctly.
No, I'll understand.
It's not good, Matt. Me either.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
I have a metal spline.
You're the scariest. I said do nothing! That is not do nothing, that is getting me a monster. Why do you do this? Why do people do nice things for me? I'm not a nice person.
All I can think of is that Skeletor. I am not nice.
I am not a pleasant individual.
Hi, if Roll20 could load. You go.
That meme that's like, it's like Skeletor running away, and it's like asking a little kid what they have in their hands.
A knife! That Vine, when I first saw it, I actually thought it was filmed at one of my, family reunions. Because that's absolutely something that would happen. Just, what do you have?
The little things next to it were all me looking at my dog, asking what it has in its mouth.
Yep.
What do you have? A knife!
In my defense, I didn't hear you say anything. Oh, okay, monkey. Thank you so much, though.
So Owl, I think they sent it in the wrong order, but I sent that item description in the Discord chat. I hope you can read it.
Which item?
I never sent Owl the description for the pipes of the sewers that you guys got from the
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
La flute.
I'm the child with the knife.
Hello.
I'm the person handing out knives. Here you go, kid. Run real fast with this.
Nice.
This child needs a sword, but they're like 5. This child needs a sword!
Do you want mommy and daddy's attention? Here, run with this.
Oh my god. Hi, Leah.
So I like that someone added little blood vessels to my eye.
Choice.
Cool. So are you guys ready?
I'm ready to pay.
Is there different levels to this?
I guess you play. Different levels to what?
The map, because all I'm seeing is the Cave of the Blind.
Yeah, I'll take you there.
He swaps us out. He swaps us in and out and
Yeah.
He knows the thing.
He knows.
Pandas.
He does indeed. Oh. I just realized that one of my puzzles doesn't actually have a solution yet, as well.
You really need a sword or I'm going to explode. I mean, fair.
Let us solve your puzzles, Mr. DM.
Please, Mr. DM, I need to solve the puzzle.
Just in the middle of the dungeon, Zoggle's gonna be like, okay, puzzles him out. Goodbye.
Also, I
For the
do
biddies,
have...
Monkey, your biddies help my titties.
I do have a display sword. I can't...
Put your brother hecked up.
Yep, I was getting there. I can't take it out of the sheath anymore because when I do, the blade gets covered in adhesive smudge because my brother was hecking with it and he broke the sheath. Like there's like two pieces of foam like glued to the this bit of the sheath here to like guide the sword in, so it doesn't you don't accidentally damage it when you're trying to be cool. Except my brother somehow managed to catch the tip of the blade on that foam and have it get unseated from the adhesive. So now when I sheath the blade, it rubs against that adhesive and it gets on the blade, and I have to spend like 20 minutes cleaning the adhesive off the blade, so it's forever bound to this sheath now.
That sucks.
So wait, why don't you take it out one more time, do all of the washy things, and then take that that plastic that they put on like new weapons that you can actually keep the blade and the sheath separated, so that when you put it in, it'll adhere to that plastic instead, so that you'll basically pulling it in and out of a protective layer instead of...
That is an idea I had not considered.
Yeah, it comes from the idea of being lazy. Basically, if I don't want to dirty something, I'll just cover it in plastic so that I can't make it dirty. I can just throw away the plastic. Ugh.
You looked like the position you were in, kid, for a moment. Just looked, you're like, I'm so done with these guys.
No, I'm doing math. I'm sorry.
That's a fair face to make when you're making math.
Fair.
I'm so done with these idiots. Aspen, thank you so much for the biddies. Your biddies help my titties, girl.
Yay. Nice.
Okay, you use a lot
My
of
puzzle has a
plastic.
solution now. I am now ready for the session.
Relatable
I bet you use a lot of plastic.
Oh,
Monkey.
before we start, my state's on fire!
State's on fire.
Yep.
Our state's on fire.
Are you safe? You good?
I am. I mean, I'm relatively close to the fire. And I mean, on a very, I'm not in immediate danger due to fire. I'm in immediate danger to my lungs.
Oh, fair. I mean, you don't need those.
I don't need them. It's fine. No, yeah, the highest air quality index that we had was the first day, and it was like 255. Which
Great.
was very unhealthy. They literally canceled classes in the middle of class.
That's why
I'm
I'm really
like, go
glad.
home.
The only time I ever have to worry about that crap is during the summer. Because during the winter, it's too cold here to be on fire.
Not in California, it's not.
I'm like 90% sure if anybody lit a forest fire right now, the fire would freeze. I'm like 90% sure.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
really
but,
My dog also just discovered what snow feels like, and she doesn't like it.
Oh,
Aww.
Aelita.
She is short-haired, so she is mucho cold, and she does not appreciate it.
Make her wear a sweater.
I considered it, but she would probably look at me like I'm more of an idiot than she already looks at me. Take her out real quick, let her go do her business, and then she gets to stay inside all day, cuddled up with whoever.
Oh,
Yeah, so I've been having to wear this whenever I go out for the past few days.
Mm-hmm.
jeez.
Yeah,
See, that's one thing
it's unhealthy air quality, and it's been that way since Thursday afternoon, so...
That's one thing I
And
really
great
like
news
about
is,
my
you are
state.
now prepared to go to China.
I think it's interesting that there's now a culture of, what's the word I'm looking
Mask
for?
fashion.
Yeah, exactly, mask fashion, thank you. I'd have gotten
Okay,
there, but
what?
thank you.
When in doubt, somebody's got to make you look good.
And actually, the mask fashion is big enough that, in Splatoon, there are mask pieces of gear. And they look really fresh.
Okay.
They are very
Alright,
fresh.
Well, now hold on. you have to consider how much is enough of a fashion to make it a thing. Because if you really consider, even if you just stick with the populace of China, that's how many billion people?
It is a lot of people.
So basically, it might not be all over the world fashion. Could literally be one segment of China, and it's a higher fashion cap than, say, New York fashion or something. Just saying, putting that out there.
Yeah, and I mean, but the thing is also in, like, Japanese culture, too, they wear masks, just, like, they're very, like, conscious of, like, when you're sick, you wear a mask, so that way you stop from, like, they wear them often enough that it's in their culture to, like, just have something fashionable, at least, if you're sick.
I guess. That makes more sense, because I'm just sitting there going, if it just came from, like, China's whole, I can't breathe without this, then that doesn't necessarily mean that it is actually all that fashionable. It just means that a very large populace of people do it, because that very large populace of people are going to die if they don't.
Faux show.
Anyway.
It's black lung.
So,
Now that
speaking
we've
of-
gotten distracted.
Speaking of a lot of people dying,
That's a handful.
Of
Thank you
course it
very
died.
much. Glacier, thank you so much for the biddies. Your biddies help my titties, dude.
yay biddies. Okay, so last week, you all you ate a nice stew dinner with
Everyone except for Zogle, again.
yeah.
God damn it!
The stew.
Zogle injured the brain. I'm getting a little bit of an echo, as
Mm,
is the norm.
I forgot headphones.
Hang on. It's not on my
I didn't hear
end.
anything. Yeah, that's probably fine.
Oh,
There it
now I get it.
Now you get it?
Now I'm getting the...
The higher the peak, the most. There
Mm.
it is. See? Now
I have an idea. Maybe Roll20 is eating my microphone, and it doesn't need that. Hi,
That's a
Mr.
possibility.
Roll20, you do not
Yeah.
require that.
Yeah, everyone make sure that you're muted on Roll20 as
Please
well.
let me click the mute button on Roll20, Mr. Roll20, please.
Where is the mute button?
So if you look down to where your portrait is supposed to be,
Yes.
there will be a button for your camera and a button for your microphone. And just make sure that the mic. You should have a. Actually. I can't tell.
I don't see that.
Oh,
Mode.
Oh, okay. So if you talk while your mic is active, a
So-
little blue bar will show up at the
Yeah.
bottom.
There we get. Now I should be muted. Maybe.
Okay. If not, we can just have a little bit of an ASMR.
No!
Yes, we could just have ourselves an ASMR stream.
Stop.
Like that. No. You just whisper.
Oh, I suppose we could just whisper.
We're not
Just
doing
carry
that.
on. I mean, there is a character in my work game named ASMR.
Over the deafen. Keep hovering over the deafen button every time you do.
Okay. So, last time. Last time.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
We. Okay. So you had a nice little meal in this village. Zogle showed his peen off to
Poor
I
Jeremy.
didn't go it up. I was just trying to take a bath.
I mean, you could have told him to go away. You could have waited for him to leave. Like, you could have down.
I wouldn't know Endr care. I mean, I don't have anything to shy away from.
He scarred a poor, naive bisexual.
Well, he was an idiot, and he decided to be, chasing after the big boys. Little did he know, bigger than he thought.
So, I'm gonna consider your penis size homebrew, and I'm not sure. Anyway, you went to a church service for
Can somebody please quote that?
Someone clip that.
I'm
I'm clipping this.
Please clip it.
I really hope I clipped it in the right point.
Oh my goodness.
Copy the link to the clip. Can I post the link to the clip? Is that allowed?
Please.
I mean, yeah, you can
Please, oh my god.
So you went to a church service for the goddess Nermina, who is the goddess of roads. Make sure that's a good clip.
I'm checking. I gotta check.
At this church service, Endr, you were contacted by.
I was yeeted out of my body by
You were
Panasia.
yeeted out of your body by Dacia, who asked you to speak to Jeremy about Panasia. Sexual.
Well, he was an idiot.
Oh, I forgot we get your system audio.
Oh.
Discord does that too. Razz's computer
Oh.
sometimes gives us
Oh.
system audio if we're not careful.
Okay. Big
Then I will
Goliath
check
there.
that clip. I will watch that clip later. So. Oh my god, Aspen.
Alright. Let's pull this back into the station.
Yeah. So we were talking about Panasia and getting yeeted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Panasia
Every time
yeeted
something
me out of my
starts to
body.
leak and-
So,
What out of your body?
you asked Jeremy, your kind of local contact.
Our local by disaster.
Yes, your local by disaster. If he would show you to the local druids, because that was a thing of interest for Zogle. You discovered some wildlife that had been ravaged, and in addition to that, you eventually came to the druid village of the local forest, which had been torn apart by an old enemy, Melkadrin, the Oni, and you followed the scent of the attackers to a cave entrance, which was covered by a large metal plate, and you decided to wait until morning. The very, very, very last thing that happened was the metal plate started to slide. So.
And I think, if I remember right, I also readied Ice Knife, but that's much less dramatic.
I'm going to give you guys a round to prepare, but first I need, if you'll look to the
Initiative.
I need an initiative roll.
That I can do.
What is that?
1d20
Let me
minus
open
1,
up
because I have the
mine.
worst dex mod. Oh, buddy, we good today. We rolled a 20. So 19. First roll of the night. Let's go.
Okay, Kyr'nes
proud of it.
is 19.
Of course, it's an initiative roll, but it's fine.
Okay, who's
This
next?
is fine.
I got a 14.
You got a 14.
Or my dice can just fall off the. I got a 7.
7.
Which I'm not super concerned with because it's just when I go.
Okay, and Azure?
I got 20.
20? Okay. Azure, there you go. And turn 20.
I mean, if we really think about it, Cleric with a low initiative is awesome.
That is probably for the better.
Okay, and let me roll for my friends.
Friends.
Plus, do you have a? You do 9. Okay, cool. So, enter that. There we go. Okay. So, let me kind of describe the scene, and you guys can move into position and kind of like ready your actions and stuff. So this door starts to slide off of the hole, and Al, you Azure, you have prepared some traps outside, which are just outside of that. So everyone keep that in mind. And actually, I'm going to move these guys a little bit. Everyone can see this, right?
No, we can still see the Cave of the Blind.
Oh, poop. Okay, well, you're going to see more of the Cave of the Blind in a second. So it's
Oh yeah, the smiley face.
Is it? Did you make this?
There it is!
Nice, okay. So you guys, you see 3 figures emerge from the cave. 2 of them kind of have to, like, push the metal door together because they're so tiny. They appear to be goblinoid, and they're singing a working song in Goblin. When the 2 emerge, the third is dragging a cart, and this is what the scene looks like.
Well,
Oh, opening play. Hi-ho, we're off to work we go.
Espanol.
Okay.
I
I guess I meant to give this to you beforehand. I guess that didn't happen. Okay, and just okay, we'll say that you set up right here. Wait. Boy. There to there. Perfect. And here. Okay. Can you guys see?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not very zoomed-in for me, but...
But there is a zoom.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah. So go ahead and like position yourselves wherever you think you would be at. And keep in mind Jeremy is also with you.
Oh god. We have to watch out for his ass.
I want to be an adventurer. You're gonna die.
Bye.
When you guys all start to move, he panics. Where do I go?
Stay behind me, and you don't do anything stupid.
Can I move my... There I can. I move my board.
Yeah, you should be able to all move your tokens.
Neato. I am where I wish to be.
Good.
If I go one more up, they gonna see me, aren't?
Well, you get so. Basically, this is assuming that like this is the instant that the metal door slides out of the way.
Oh, perfect. We're already gonna smack him in the dick anyway.
Yep.
Where? Oh, the trap is the little purple line.
The trap is the purple line. Yes.
Excellent. All right, so I will be doing a heckin' here.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, he's getting protected by his Goliath boyfriend. I'm a half elf.
So he probably stays right there then, since you told him to stay behind you.
Yep, sure. You know what? Fuck it. We don't need him to live. It's fine.
Okay. Is everybody where they are wanting to be? We just lost.
Yeah,
Oh.
my roll 20 crashed. I'm back.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. What does everyone do
Yeah,
to,
I'm
like, in this like 6 seconds to prepare?
I
was gonna
My dad.
We'll go in initiative order. Azure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Eat Metal.
Hit metal. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to like cast it beforehand, or do you want to hold it for when they pop out?
I want to hold it.
Kyr'nes.
I shouted Zogle to duck, and I cast Ice Knife and yeeted at the goblins.
Okay. Cool. So that's okay. So what I'm hearing is you're holding Ice Knife.
Yes.
Okay.
I am gonna shout at Zogle to duck while I'm holding Ice Knife, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a big old continual ball of fire de fuego as they come out with flaming spear.
Okay. And Endr.
I think I'm gonna have it's a cantrip though, but I'm just gonna have like shocking grasp ready, like if like they get towards me, just like I'm ready to like zap.
Okay, and Jeremy hefts his sword into the air.
Oh honey.
Oh.
Honey.
You trying.
He's trying. He's
Yeah.
putting it. He's putting in the work.
He's putting in the work. Cool, perfect. So, how does this work? Oh, interesting.
It just kind of hopes. That's all. You just kind of hope for the best.
Holy shit. Okay. Cool. So, Azure, you're up first. The door slides out of the way, and you guys. I know I let you prepare, but you're gonna have an like an advantage, like a sneak attack round on these guys. So the door slides out of the way. They're singing their Happy Goblin song, dressed in like really interesting attire. They're it's all kind of mismatched, even for goblins. Like it's not like it's all covered in the same blood. It's like it's kind of fanciful and a little odd.
Okay, I as a surprise attack, I'm gonna scream at them and ask them, like, what are you doing here? It's gonna be my surprise, my very sneaky movement.
Okay. Okay.
This is the most sneaky I can be. Loud noises.
Okay. Cool. You're not using heat metal this turn, or it's fine if you're not. I'm just asking because
No, I'm not.
Do any of us even speak Goblin?
I don't.
I don't either, but I'm trying.
there's no excuse. That's no excuse for poor manner. Okay. Kyr'nes.
I cast Ice Knife and
Okay.
Hope.
Targeting which one?
let's say the one in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a magic attack, which is okay. That's an 8?
That misses.
Shoot. Well, it still
Of
gets
course
to
it
do
does.
the explodey kaboom cold
Here's my
damage.
question. Does it get to the exploding cold damage?
Mm.
Because I think I've let that happen in the past, but I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to happen.
I
I'm gonna read it quick.
Does
yeah.
it say on hit it explodes?
It did not say on hit. That's why I was thinking.
Right now on D&D Beyond.
That is a good idea.
Shard to fling at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. Okay, yeah. So
So that's 2d6 cold damage, yeah?
they have to succeed a dexterity saving throw, and then the or take 2d6. Okay, so if they succeed, they won't take the damage.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. It's important that we
Double
hash
check.
these things out.
Since I use this spell so often.
18,
18 does save.
7,
7 does not save.
12.
12 does not save, I think. I'd have to double
Okay,
check.
so I was just
Yeah,
going left to right there. So the one on the left saved. The other two are gonna
take
take
2d6. 2d6. That's an 11.
an 11. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So those so the ice knife chinks into the door, right? And as it explodes, you swear that you can see ice shards fly directly at these two goblins. But they give kind of like a happy cry, and the shards that were directed at them reverse back to the point of impact. Bless you.
I almost already don't like that.
Also, can I get you to make a charisma saving throw?
Who, me?
Mhm.
Well, okay. Charisma straight up and down?
Yep. I actually wasn't supposed to let you attack before I made you do this, so...
Oops. I know my charisma mod's pretty good, but I need to double check. Charisma. Come on, load.
It's literally your spellcasting ability, so
I
it's gotta be
know.
decent.
It is. I just
Nope,
wanted to
he
make
sucks
sure.
at it.
It's surprisingly not my best stat. That's an 18?
8, yep, you're fine. You really like their robes. That's just... You just feel like you like the robes. They're
Gosh golly, these are such wonderful robes, everyone.
I'm
Yep.
gonna roast them off their little frigging goblin body.
Okay, Zogle, go ahead. What are you doing?
I was gonna cast Flaming Spear right in the middle and then, bat all three of them.
Okay. Can I get you to make a charisma saving throw, please?
Is this considered a charm?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I got a 12, even with my advantage.
A 12? That is exactly what you needed. That's no fun. Cool.
For that flaming spear, it's a 5-foot diameter spear. Any creature. Oh, so hold on one second. Yeah, if you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving that turn. So I'll cast it on the middle one to see if he, gets the hit.
Okay. He does. He does get the hit.
Ew.
Flaming sphere. There's gotta be a... Really? Fire. There's no, preparing for you guys. You just have so much magic.
I like this one because it's the one I worked on in our first episode, so it's 3d6 instead of 2.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that also the one that you use to set that
The
one
entire house on fire?
Look!
Might have
Look!
been. It's possible. Okay. How much damage did you do to it? 9?
9 points.
Okay. You... this poor goblin laughs all the way to the end as you slam a ball of fire down on top of him, and he burns to death.
Oh!
Oh! Huh.
I'm gonna look at the other two and be like, not very funny now, is it?
They'd never stop laughing.
Don't like that.
Now I'm concerned for those poor goblins.
Oh no.
Endr.
Charisma.
Oh, well, only if you attack them.
Oh, I mean, mine is kind of like a touch radius thing, so I'd have to zoom real far over. So I think I'm just gonna stand there and see what it did to Kyr'nes, and I'm just gonna.
Okay. Cool. Jeremy runs forward.
Of course he does. Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I told him to stay behind me. Nah, he's not going to. Cool, he did.
Out there. He's going to make an attack on the.
This'll be interesting.
Oh, Jeremy.
Who knows? Maybe he's got a good charisma.
Oh yeah. Hey, good point. Jeremy, how's your Nope. Jeremy runs forward with his sword over his head. And then as he's bringing the sword down at the goblin, it's almost like the sword catches, and he stops and lowers it. And he says, "Oh, you have a marvelous hat!"
That hat really is marvelous. He's not wrong.
Kyr'nes!
That is Jeremy's turn. Okay, we're surprise round over. Up first is Azure.
Okay. Like, when I see them, like, do they look anything like the goblins we met on, like, the second episode? Like, the one that were really playful?
In the dragon... Oh, you mean the,
Yeah, the goblins with the red apple, red man, yeah?
Yeah, they...
Weirdos.
I know exactly who you're talking about. They do not look like boggles.
Okay, well then I'm gonna... so... I'm gonna... I'm gonna say Jeremy to Jeremy, don't step forward, and I'm gonna throw an arrow.
Okay. Can I get you to make a charisma saving throw, please?
Yeah, well, with my charisma modifier.
Yes.
And if okay, so I'm proficient, so it's plus 6. I rolled 18.
Okay. Yeah. You notice they're nice shoes, but other than that, you're fine.
Okay.
And go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Okay. Where's the? Okay, so plus 5. So does the 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Yes.
Okay. So it's 1d6 plus 8 with chlorella.
1d6 plus 8?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We're done.
Okay, no, I mean, I believe you. That's probably right.
I'll be right back. People
Okay,
are yelling at
you guys
me.
are very strong, so...
It's piercing damage.
Cool.
Damage.
Damage.
Okay, so it's a 13.
13. Which one do you shoot?
I shoot the one in front of Jeremy, because, yeah.
Okay. You fire your arrow, and just before it pierces the eye of this goblin, it flings back past you.
Okay.
Don't like that.
But there's a
Okay.
heckin' noise. Hold on one second.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And the arrow flying back is...
I think Razz forgot to mute their mic. Heck.
The arrow flying back past you is preceded by a laugh from the goblin. Almost like it's the one causing that to happen, like intentionally.
Oh, okay.
Almost as if it's reacting to your arrow.
Don't like that. Don't like that. I think Kyr'nes actually sees the whole arrow spiel play out, and he goes, something's up. And he rummages around in the handy haversack, and out comes the shout of angry, or the staff of angry, and he points it at the Gerblins, and he says, any ideas? They've been throwing stuff back at us.
legendary resistances.
They're goblins.
I forget my dragon voice.
Well then.
I am the staff of anger.
Angry dragon staff.
I'm consulting the staff of angery.
Oh.
Those are goblins. I know dragons. I don't know why you're even asking me this question.
I feel like his voice changes just a little bit every week.
Put 3 and 3 together because fancy clothes everyone's so excited about and getting shit thrown back at us even though they're got.
Do you know what these are out of character?
I'm gonna guess that these are magic snaring because my ball of fire didn't get tossed back at.
Interesting.
Clothes of missile snaring?
Interesting. Make an Arcana check at disadvantage, Zogle.
Oh, good. Exactly something I have a 0 in. I extra have no idea. It was a 20 and a 1.
You got nothing.
Wow.
You give yourself a headache thinking about it.
Me already angry. Me going to kill.
Zogle, go ahead and what are you doing?
Well, kid.
Well.
Well, I'm gonna smack one of them, the left one, because you know what? If Jeremy wants to go fighting, then he gonna go get.
Okay.
I'm gonna move the ball and smack that other one.
Okay. Can you make a charisma saving throw for me?
Ooh. Okay. $17.
Cool. Yeah. You can surely do that. Owl, you said you tried to shoot the one on the right, right?
The one in front of Jeremy.
In front of Jeremy, yep. Okay, and you're... Okay, so as you move, Zogle, as you move the ball on top of this goblin, it laughs, and it's almost like a barrier, like an indent appears in the ball that perfectly goes around the goblin.
I don't like that.
Don't like that.
I don't like when Defuego doesn't Defuego.
Okay, now does that happen when they start their turn in it or when they end their turn in it?
So if they get impacted, they have to make the saving throw, and then they have to make a saving throw at the end of their turn.
At the end of their turn, okay. Cool. Wow, this is going to be super frustrating for you guys. So this goblin here is going to, actually, hold on. Yeah, he's gonna rush forward to Azure, triggering the trap. I'm gonna say he needs to make a dexterity saving throw to not get injured by this. If that sounds good to you, okay.
That would make sense.
I am sorry. At the end of my turn, I would like to turn into a rhinoceros as well, since
Sure.
Circle of the moon.
Absolutely. Rhino. Okay. Yes. So he fails a dex save. How do you spell rhino? Or H-I-N-O?
Yes.
Yes.
Here.
He is the large beast.
The large.
Large boy.
Wouldn't you believe? I can't find a rhino token, but there you go.
Did you just fucking turn me into a cow?
Oh, we critical role now.
You're a rhino. There. Oh wait, hold on.
I am definitely the big boy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Or sticking with.
There we go.
Still showing up as a cow on my end, but
You're gonna have to increase my size one.
Oh, okay. You are El Big O. Okay, so this goblin runs forward and he says he like swipes at you, Azure, and he says in common, he says, "Got your nose."
oh lord.
I need
Uh-oh.
you to
Oh
make
no.
a
Oh lord.
hold on, let me Google this. There we go. That's what I need. You're gonna have to make a save here. It's a. Can I have you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Just... Oh, I rolled a 7.
A 7. Okay. Oh, also I forgot.
Wait.
He's
You
totally taking damage. I forgot
you
to roll
rolled
damage for this round.
you rolled 1d6 plus 2. You need to roll a 20.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I didn't roll
So-
a 7.
That might help a little bit.
If you roll 7 again, I'm gonna laugh real hard.
Oh, I rolled 11.
An 11. Azure, you fall victim to an old familiar friend of yours, hideous laughter.
That's how they cast hideous laughter, is just cut your nose. Choice.
Wait.
So
Did
they're
I-
a big bag of
he-
stupid.
He just cast hideous laughter on you.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay. I would like to say he did take damage from your trap, and he's looking real bloody. But he's fighting through the pain, and he's got a smile on his face.
Really, a smile on his face, huh?
He just came here for a good time, and he feels like we're all attacking him.
Yeah, I mean, you just attacked him. That's all you did. Holy shit, that's a good one. Okay. The other creature. It's really bad that they're taking a turn right now, you guys. You're gonna get real frustrated with me real quick. I'm sorry.
Oh god. I'm mentally preparing myself.
The other one is going to target Zogle. This spot right here. Anyone within this spot, which actually I believe is all of you, within 10 feet of this spot. I need all of you to make make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
I'm checking right now.
Oh,
Thank you.
Wisdom saving throw. At least I've got a +5 in that.
I'm sorry, Al, did you ask a question?
Yeah, I was
Wisdom.
like, do I make
Wisdom's
the wisdom?
flat.
Yes. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
And
I got a 16.
13?
is it in the is oh no, okay, never mind.
Okay. It is not a charm for your weapon, Zogle.
I rolled it. Okay, I rolled it an 11 again.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay. Did anyone other than Owl roll beneath a 12?
No, I rolled a 16.
13.
Okay. Okay. Jeremy. Well, Jeremy just is not very good.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Is his fear of being next to a rhino who we know has a large penis overriding the character? I
have something to do with that.
Lord.
So he
Poor Hathaway's over here. Jeremy, no!
The other goblin, he kind of like Spider-Man's his hand out, and he says, "Who are you guys? I'm confused." and this sort of wave like flows from his hands and detonates just above Zogle, into an outward wave. Owl, you are under the effects of confusion. So at the start, you cannot take reactions. And at the start of each of your turns, you need to roll a d10 to determine what your behavior is for that turn.
But I'm prone, so I'm also prone, right?
You're also prone. So you've got multiple things going on. So the prone is going to override that one. Yeah, sorry. Targeting you.
The goblins are.
The goblins are targeting you. Well, not even.
I mean, to be honest, it seems like it's all towards Jeremy. And he's an idiot.
Poor Jeremy.
Jeremy's also under confusion. So, at the start of Jeremy's turn,
Baby boy.
he rolls a d10, gets an 8,
Baby
to
boy.
make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
Oh,
Oh no. Okay.
indeed.
So,
No, I should have given him that
50-50
blessing
shot.
earlier.
okay, so I'm gonna roll a d6, okay, Zogle, and your evens and the goblin is odds, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. That's okay.
Okay. Odds, okay. Now we have to see if he can actually damage them.
Oh my god, he gets to attack. He actually gets to try to do something.
Okay, he
Come
passed
on,
his
Jeremy.
passed
Come
his
on,
saving throw,
Jeremy.
and now he gets to attack.
You
And he hits, holy
baby
shit.
boy.
Hey, he did it!
Jeremy swings his sword down, and there's a cackle, and the sword swings back over his head.
Oh,
He was so cool.
he
so
tried.
hard. He tried so hard.
And got so far, but in the
The
end,
end didn't even matter.
Next up is going to be Azure.
Oh, yeah. So, I gotta roll wisdom for just after, I think.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
Hey!
You
Nice.
you break
Natural
free of
20.
the laughter.
I'm like, I know what you're doing, bitch.
I've seen this before.
Oh
my God. This is the first time we've ever seen him mad.
Okay.
And what do I have to roll for that confusion thingy?
Let's see. Okay, the spell. Okay. 10-foot sphere. Blah blah. Wisdom saving throw. When you cast a spell, or be affected by it, it doesn't actually look like there's an escape. Oh, at the end of its turn, an affected target can make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so you have to act on the confusion, but then at the end of each turn, you can try to break out of it.
All right.
So go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
I rolled a 3.
A 3? Okay, on a 3, you don't move or take actions this turn. I'm so sorry.
No, that's. I'm okay with that.
I didn't
Better
kill
than
one of my
him trying
friends.
to kill us.
Fair enough. Okay.
Would rather he not doing anything instead of end up bapping one of us.
Fair. Kyr'nes.
I am gonna, I don't want to get in close to them, so I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay.
Yes. On the one that tried to steal Azure's nose.
Okay. Can I get a charisma saving throw, please?
Sure. Charisma means plus this. So 16?
16? Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Owl, are you good?
Yeah, it's just my thing crashing.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Dunk.
Try to hit with Ray of Frost.
Rolled a hit. That's a 17.
17, you hit.
Nice. Ray of Frost does 1d8 cold damage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he can't take reactions, right?
Oh yeah, he can't take reactions and his speed is decreased by 10, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. Now. This creature took a turn, so it got a reaction back.
Oh, I'm mucho okay with that.
It laughs, and the Ray of Frost kind of like goes in a circle around it and keeps going.
Kyr'nes
It
can't even.
splits in half.
Kyr'nes can't even be upset. Just teach me that. That's cool. That's impressive.
Yes.
But hey, now it's at -2 reactions because it took one and it can't take another one.
That is true. Well, it didn't get hit by the.
Ah,
it can still
dunk.
hit them. It doesn't have one now.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sport character now.
Oh, actually, and in addition to that, I get to. So they haven't been damaged any of the times that they've had to do this. So there's an extra effect when they're already damaged. So the laughter continues right after the spell swings past him, and hello, can I edit my token, please? Thank you. He stands a little taller and looks a little bit less bloodied.
Not to worry, friends.
All right, go ahead, Zogle.
5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm gonna do 5.
no.
Go straight back in and lay into that asshole.
Okay. Oh, can I get a charisma saving throw, please?
This is the one with advantage, right?
Yes.
Ooh, double
Yep,
19.
you're good. Yep. Yep. That's right. And then
17 hit last
17 to hit? Yeah. Yeah. You hit him.
Excellent. So he gets to make himself, if he really wants to, he gets to make himself a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. 5.
Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and do 4d8. Yeah, 4d8 plus 5, and he's knocked.
Stop, Zogle! He's already dead!
Stop! Stop!
Yeah,
That would be 23 points of damage.
23, you overkill him by 18
This poor little
points.
goblin.
Oof. Call Valkyrie profile. That's a lot of overkill.
Yeah.
Oh, and then as my bonus action, I would like to move my orb straight into that other goblin.
Okay. Yep, he, because he, resisted Jeremy's attack, he does not have a resistance, so...
Ooh, so he can make his dex save. I mean, goblins are okay at those.
Yeah, he's decent. 16, actually.
I don't remember my spell save. Hold on one. That's proficiency plus modifier plus 8. So that's 11 there. Plus our proficiency. So yeah, he made it.
Okay.
That's
how
still
much?
half damage, I think.
Yeah, how much damage is this poor little shit gonna take?
Oh Jesus! My poor boyfriend just
Judy.
called me.
3d6.
36. Okay.
So half of 7.
7. You exactly kill him.
Oh,
He has 3.5 health?
Oh no, the goblins have 7 health.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he takes
Oh,
half
he's
of
not.
the damage.
He
He's
takes
not
half
dead
of it.
yet.
He's not dead.
Because he made his save.
Oops.
I was
well,
gonna
you
say
guys
he
know
has half a
he
point of
the
health. I mean, he's got half of his health gone.
He does. It is his turn now. So he's gonna get his reaction back. Zogle, you've like murdered 2 of his friends. So in this like heinous cackling laughter that he's doing, it's almost like an angry laugh, but like there are no traces of anger. It's more that you feel the anger coming off of him. And he is going to charge on down here. He's going to make a dex save to see if he avoids this trap. Wait, okay. 1d6 damage.
oh my lord!
He's in this laughing fit, right? He runs away from the ball of fire and looks back over his shoulder at it, and then he looks at you, Zogle, as he trips over this cord with knives attached to it.
Oh my god!
And the rest of his face is like contorted in this like disgusting laugh, but his eyes are like pleading to you in fear as he falls on a knife and it impales him.
Even if I wanted to do something, I couldn't.
Oh my goodness!
Thus is the death of the last Nilbog.
Oh my god! Kyr'nes actually, like, unknowingly makes that exact reference. Oh my god!
Just like,
While everybody else panics, I'm gonna do a sniff test and see if I can find anything magical on these assets.
big sniff!
I'm not good. This is 42 hit points that I am not wasting.
Big ol' rhino sniff.
Go ahead and make a sniff check for me.
I mean, I'm gonna do my best to investigate, but yeah, sniff check. Sniff check is the best I can do.
No, your investigations when you're in animal form is sniff check.
I mean, that's not a bad sniff check.
15. Okay, so you're pretty much like right near the last goblin that died, and when he initially expires, there's this sort of metallic taste in the air that grows and then almost gets blown away in the wind. And as you like pick over the goblins, there is nothing inherently magical on them.
Oh. It was within them the whole time, guys. They believed in themselves. And all that comes out is...
Yes, Zogle. Good, valid contribution. Kyr'nes is immediately like... Kyr'nes is immediately eyeing this metal door that they came out of, though.
Just real quick break out of character. Do you guys want to know what it was you just fought?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to know so I can use this. This is a fun encounter.
So, if those of you playing along at home will switch to page 182 of Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Oh, Volos, okay.
You'll find the Nilbog, which is a goblin which has been possessed by a spirit.
I remember these. It's goblin spelled backward.
Hence
No,
the oh
it
my
is.
god.
And basically, so their Nilbogism literally says, all the stuff about making a charisma check, saving throw. A creature charmed in this way must use its action praising the Nilbog.
And they're in Volo's guide, right?
They are in Volo's Guide on page 182.
182.
They're almost the most useless things ever. Like, they don't do a lot of damage, and they don't actually hurt you. They just stop you from doing any.
Basically, yeah. And then, so they have what was really throwing you guys was their reaction, which is called Reversal of Fortune, in response to another creature dealing damage to the Nilbog. The Nilbog reduces the damage to 0 and regains 1d6 hit points.
That's... Ooh. My party's gonna have a great time with that one.
Nilbogs, they're fun. Okay, back to the game. Jeremy,
What is Jeremy doing?
vomits.
Oh.
Vomits.
Oh, baby
Upon
boy.
seeing
This bit hasn't kept anything down.
on seeing the horrific death of this Nilbog.
Kyr'nes like pats Jeremy's back. Like, it's okay, bud. I know it's bad.
It's hard.
Am I out of confusion?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is confusion a concentration?
It is concentration, so you are cleared of confusion.
Okay, well, I go over the one that tripped on my dagger thingy,
Uh-huh.
and I pick up a dagger on the side, and I just start stabbing him nonstop. Like, with rage.
Oh, damn.
Silence.
He real mad.
Why?
He angry boy.
Jeremy walks away.
Off he
I follow
goes.
Jeremy.
Could imagine Zogle being like, Jeremy, sorry for this whole situation, but don't get yourself tied up in these situations. And all that comes out is,
Gosh, Zogle, I sure do speak Rhino to understand your valid contributions.
I would like to headbutt Kyr'nes.
Take blunt damage.
Preferably not hard.
Rocks fall, Kyr'nes dies.
Oh, there he goes. No mas Kyr'nes.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, you guys are officially out of combat and stuff.
I am going to immediately like snoop at that metal door. Like, is there something magic why it was rolling? Were they just moving the door? What's up? What's going on? Like, I want to see what's what to this.
Yeah,
it's
I'm-
metal, and it's in the way.
Yes.
I'm assuming that
Really?
that you are able to. Seeing the death of this goblin, you probably know where the tripwire is and are able to avoid that. I'm going to get rid of this ball of fire. If you still want it, you can have it, but I'm just removing it from the map for clutter.
I mean, no, I won't have long enough.
Fair. So, yeah, there is actually... interestingly enough, it has not been on... So, right... So the manhole has been slid to the side. I mean, it's already been inspected. It has like a carving of an eye on it, and other than that, nothing particularly special on it. Just inside of the door is a cart, which the Nilbogs were transporting.
Do I find anything interesting in the cart?
Well, I'm not going to make you roll for it because everything in the cart is super obvious.
Oh.
I would like to make a sniff.
A sniff check. Okay.
Sniff checks.
You you smell a person.
Some
Yeah.
questions I have.
Kyr'nes, you look into the cart and you find a small man, maybe a halfling or a gnome. He is bound and gagged, and the only part of his body that is free is his right hand.
Hold on.
That hand, incidentally, has a lot of blood on it, but he does not appear to be bleeding.
Oh, he killed a couple on his way out.
Also, in the cart are some they are discs that seem to be made of some sort of a gel, and they have like a dark patch at the center, and they're maybe about that big.
I stick those discs in the handy haversack immediately.
You could probably investigate them first.
Yeah.
Well, I wanna free the dude first, because Kyr'nes goes, "Oh no, someone's tied up," and finagles with his claws for a little bit and unties the dude.
Kyr'nes,
And then
know
like,
him. Kyr'nes, we don't know him.
it's too late. It's too late. I have put all the aerogel looking discs in my bag and then untied the dude.
Okay. Endr, just off to the side, while Kyr'nes is untying this man, Jeremy is like dry heaving at this point because there's nothing left in his stomach.
Oh.
And he turns and looks at you, and he says, "Do you do this all the time?"
Killing things, you mean? When we have to.
It's always so.
I rub his back.
What do you mean? You vomit whenever you see a Neilbog get fucking tasted? What? No. I don't know.
All I can think of is now the Nilbog just like ragdolling. Wasted.
While that happened, I give a last I take 2 dagger and I just slam them into the goblin's head, and I start picking up the trap up,
Yep.
my daggers up, and I wanna carry the dead body.
Okay.
On my
You're just
shoulder.
carrying a trophy?
When I go into dungeons, I always carry an extra body.
You never know.
Really good. It's a good tool for intimidation or for like trap clearing. There's
I mean,
all
trap
kinds of
clearing,
ways.
that's pretty valid.
Actually, speaking of, is there like an old tree that, is basically super...
Huh?
Is there like a dead tree close by, or small tree that can be easily knocked down?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna knock that shit down and I'm gonna drag it with us, cause we didn't get a 10-foot pole.
Okay. All right. You get like a 5-foot spruce in place of your 10-foot pole.
I have
Can I
Mage
do-
Hand.
It's a tree.
Can I just as because it's probably been just about a full 24 hours since I made the potions. Can I just give one before they expire to I have a bunch. Can I just give them to anyone who needs it, especially Jeremy?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Your potion of
This
healing
might
is great for his
This might
upset
help your
stomach.
stomach.
I didn't know ginger was a main component.
My 100% healthy, 100% temporary hit points are fine.
Cool. So as you're passing this out, are you gonna pass one out to your newly freed diminutive friend?
I feel I does is want to know what he's who he is first, because the last thing we need is me healing someone and them stabbing me.
Yeah.
I would like to do an intention sniff check.
Intention
As-
sniff check. I was about to say, like, what does this dude do after I untie him?
Yeah, I was.
Intention sniff.
What order do you untie him in?
I think I untie his feet first, so he doesn't, like, isn't able to hurt me, and he knows that I'm untying him when I'm untying his hands, so he doesn't try to kill me as much.
Okay, yeah. So, do you go, like, feet, hands, mouth, or...
Feet, mouth, hands, so it's abundantly clear I'm trying to be nice.
Okay. You untie his feet, and he kind of, like, pushes himself so that he's sitting up in the cart, and he's, like, eyeing you. When you untie his mouth, he says, what? Who are you? And it just kind of, like, panics.
Like, gosh,
Who you are?
gosh, buddy, hold still. I almost got your hands. Just let me...
Untie me, hurry!
I'm working on it, don't worry. I got you.
Okay. You untie his other hand. It is not bloody. He like he like tries to jump out of the cart, but gets caught on the railing on the side, and kind of like
Falls on his
splats onto
face.
the ground. Yeah,
Can I try to catch him?
Sure. Yeah, make a.
Make it death.
Oh no, make a dex check. That's what I was hoping for. 1d20 minus 1. That's a 7.
7. You kind of like.
You catch his toe.
Yeah, you like catch his hand, but it kind of like flips him over. Just lands on his back instead.
Zogle's totally gonna sit there doing one of those like animal head tilts.
Very nice.
Most
He says-
aggressive looking head tilt ever coming from a rhino.
Okay, yeah, he kind of calms down, and he says, thank you. Hold on, wait, shit. What voice was I gonna do for him? Well, thank you. I've been in there for months, or years, or what year is it?
What year is it?
Don't worry about it.
It's 20XX.
Just love it. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. You ever say something?
You're 100 years in the future and everyth's changed. All your family is dead. No.
Everything's chrome.
Everything went straight to shit.
He says, now this is information I'm trying to recall. I believe he says, oh, I can't believe it's only been a month. It felt like so much longer. I thank you. I don't have anything to repay you with. And if it's okay with you, I'd rather not stick around. And he just kind of like
My good
waits
sir.
for someone to release him.
My good sir, I don't My good sir, I don't require any reward from you. Simply aiding a fellow person that exists in this plane is a reward enough for me. However, the rest of my friends here may want to speak at you. Josh.
Azure says it's a reward. He says, I'm so sorry, sir. I haven't anything, but maybe information?
Yeah, that would be good. Information.
Okay.
That
what's-
and your eternal love and friendship.
You make a persuasion check.
We barred now. We barded now.
Persuasion.
Why can we never just be nice to people?
I was trying.
I rolled the 1.
I don't know who this guy is and what his intentions are before I give him a health potion that's gonna bring him back up to full.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your intentions with our dog?
he looks at you, Azure, and he says, sure. And actually, Ender, your answer comes from Jeremy, who turns around on hearing a familiar voice, and he says, "Oh, McAndrew, I thought you were dead."
Lots of people noticeably not dead recently. That was all your dice, wasn't it?
That was all my dice.
Pick up the dice.
I think as soon as Jeremy's like, I thought you were dead. Kyr'nes just, man, a lot of people are turning up not dead when we thought we're dead, huh?
Why is that a bad thing?
Then McAndrew says, "Oh, these things they took me here about a month ago, I guess. Straight from me home in the village." And McAndrew says, Jeremy says, if you'll recall, when we were having dinner, we told you about someone who had recently gone missing.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
And the DM
I have no
totally
idea. I
planned
was
that.
busy. I was busy trying to eat.
Found most of my dice. I'm so sorry, guys. I wasn't expecting to
Yeet all your dice.
yeet all my dice away.
I've had enough of this fucking party. He throws all dice.
Throws all dice. There it is. That's the last one. Okay.
So you wouldn't get dunked on by stepping on a D4 in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that would be atrocious, actually.
That would not be fun.
They're very pointy boys.
Can we
Who
take a
needs,
minor break and just go over my dice so I know that I have?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
I have one
Who
D4.
needs Legos?
I'm just. Who needs Legos to step on when he has dice?
I have 1d8. I have 1d12. I have 2d10, and I have 1d20. Does that sound right?
Sure.
I have yet to purchase.
I only have one of each, so.
I was gonna say, I am making my own dice actively, so I don't know what commercial dice look like.
If somebody tells me that I've dropped all my dice, I give up because I've got about 6 sets of dice. So.
Fair. Okay, I think I'm okay. So yeah, Jeremy says we told you that someone was missing from the village. This is him.
Yeah, sure, great. All right, huh? Brr.
Well, golly, I'm glad that we managed to help your village.
Oh, indeed. I shall sing your praises, and perhaps the people of the village will thank you.
I'm bored. I'd like to topple over the cart.
The cart. You topple the cart. It is shoddily constructed.
Good to know.
Yes. Is there anything else? I can't provide much information, but I can tell you it's very dark in there.
I was about to ask if you knew anything about in there. Well, considering that any sort of information we could have in regards to where we're headed is always a good idea.
I hand him a health potion. Let him drink it while he's talking. Healing elixir, rather.
Well, what I can tell you is every time that they would enter or exit the cave, they would bring one of us with them.
Did you yeet your your camera off?
No, I had to clean my glasses.
Oh.
Or sometimes too, if all of them were leaving, there's some sort of device inside, and he looks at his right hand, and you all can see a fully healed puncture wound.
Can
He
I?
says,
Oh, I'll let him talk.
"No, you're okay." And he says, the door mechanism, it was it requires some sacrifice, and that was us.
Oh.
How unfortunate. That must make it... I suppose that's incredibly effective security, but it must make it a pain if you forget your keys.
It is indeed a pain.
What the fuck?
Kyr'nes is so out of it from the whole, like, Dragon spiel, honestly.
Would I make, like, a medicine... Cause, like, would I be able to make, like, a medicine check or something to see, like, if I can figure out, like, if I know, like, what punctured him or something?
You can try.
Okay, so what is my medicine? My medicine's +5.
Cool.
I'm gonna re-roll that because my DS stopped it and it wasn't a natural stop.
Pleasant.
It rolled a 20 when I hit it against my DS and I'm like, I don't trust that because it stopped it. 16.
16. It looks like a knife wound.
Oh, okay.
But like an old knife wound, like a grizzled veteran might have from like a battle long ago.
I'll share this with the party, I suppose.
Mm.
Like, just like be like, oh, looks like you were stabbed real bad in the hand with an old knife.
Indeed,
Wow.
I guess I hadn't paid attention to it, but I mean, I only just, and he like turns around and looks at the cave and then looks at his hand and just doesn't say anything.
He only just...
So I'm not real smart. I just want y'all to know that I'm tactical, not intelligent. So I'm gonna look at this doorway because I'm looking on the map, and I don't know if y'all realize this, but I'm bigger than the door.
Well, this isn't a. You're not bigger than the doorway because a cart could come through here. This is just the
Oh
map.
my god!
There. Oh, and you tipped this, so it's destroyed. It fell to pieces. He says, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't be much more help. There's a couple more in there, and he's still like looking at his hand, and he says, "There's." I'm very sorry. This is all very strange. There's a.
I want to push Jeremy closer to this guy. I don't want Jeremy with us anymore.
He says, "Do you mind terribly if I head home? It's been a bit of an ordeal, and I don't really want to be here anymore."
That's entirely fair. You've done what you could for us. I don't mind too dreadfully if you, well, get moving on.
Okay, I'll tell the village that you were all very helpful.
Does he still have the thing in his hand? Like the device? Is it still inside
No.
him? Okay.
You don't see anything inside of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just looks like a scar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, bye.
Okay. He says, I'll find my way down. And he starts to walk away. And he walks away.
Off you go.
And
Oh!
who do you lose? It's Razz.
The look on Razz's face when the face cam died was pretty great. Just like...
Hey, yeah, hello.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Do you have anything to
I've
say?
been-
Do you have
I've been
anything to
trying
say?
real hard to
I
ship
see.
Jeremy and
Mhm. Draw some fan art. Do you have anything to say to McAndrew as he walks away?
Mm-mm. I do not. Just get home safe, I guess.
Jeremy says goodbye, McAndrew.
Wait, Jeremy's staying? God damn it!
The ship can't sail if you guys aren't in the same area.
No one told him not to.
I would like to push him toward the other guy.
And he says, Zogle not here.
Holy shit.
Hold on, I need to make a wisdom saving check or else I'm gonna knock his ass.
I feel like,
Damn it, why am I good at wisdom?
I think Endr is like, okay, like, we clearly saw, like, that he can't handle death and things dying and things bleeding and killing yet. I think Endr's gonna, like, kind of go up to Jeremy and kind of, like, look up at him a little bit and, like, put an arm on his, like, put a hand on his arm and be like, I think you should probably just escort your friend home just in case, just for safety's sake.
Okay. If you think that, are you sure that you couldn't use me help?
Oh.
Endr immediately is like feeling guilty, just like,
It's almost like hitting him like nicely with the.
You'll toughen up, and I take, like, cause I'm holding the dead goblin on my shoulder with one hand, and I'm just taking one of his hands, and I'm making him shake the dead goblin's hand.
You're like weekend at Bernieing this dude.
Nice to meet you.
oh my
See,
fucking gosh.
Azure's trying to help in his own demented way.
He looks at the goblin and then he looks at you and says, I think I'll take McAndrew home.
Endr, this is probably a good time to give the boy he blessing.
Okay.
What
What do you do? Yeah.
So I don't know how we should handle this, like, because, like, I'm essentially just giving him, like, Panasia's, like, blessing to, like, go on and, like, take care of folks, essentially.
Are you hazing someone in front of us? Are you?
I'm making sure he's safe! I'm not trying to haze him!
Recruitment.
Are we watching a hazing right now? Is this a private matter? Do we need to look away?
That's a paddling.
Right now, I can't understand you!
What? That's a good, like, flavor text question. What does it look like?
Yeah. Yeah, what is Panasia's
Sorry, whenever you say Jeremy and then you say what does it look like?
I mean, Kyr'nes did make eyes at Jeremy.
Charming, thank you so much for the subscription.
You've come in at the perfect time, charming bowtie.
You're beautiful, man.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna have it just be a nice, gentle gesture. I was just gonna give him a hug and, like, be like, may Panacea be with you, and send him on his way. But y'all think it's some kind of weird cult shit. Okay? It's not!
I mean, religion, so it basically is.
It's kind of weird cult shit.
Depends on the cult. Could be weirder. Like, look at Allison Mack. It could be a much weirder
Oh
cult.
god.
You go
Does
offer him.
Allison Mack
I
is
mean-
sex cult?
She
Okay.
does is.
What does the blessing look like?
You did offer him some Kool-Aid. I'm just saying.
You made my fucking elevator fell off.
Anyway, the blessing. What do it look like?
Like I said, I just wanted to have it be like a cute thing and just be like, maybe like giving him a blessing and like, may Panacea be with you and kind of like making sure he's safe and like, then just send him on his way. Like I want to like give him a hug and like pat his back a little bit and send him on his way.
Yeah, and Jeremy receives your blessing and feels very warm. And he says, "I'll be waiting at home. If you all should come back, I'll see you later." And he leaves. He gone.
Yep.
Buggy on.
Totally real magic. Yep, definitely not at all some description of some higher power. Nope, definitely
You've
real
met
magic.
God.
We've literally met like 3 to 4 gods.
You let Zogle
You're
live
just
in his
as-
little fantasy of a world.
You're just as bad as Captain America.
Alright. So what are you guys gonna do now?
I am going to march into the dungeon out of curiosity.
I'm glad you said that.
Into the dungeon we go.
As
Is it dark
Kyr'nes-
in there?
It is very dark in there.
Do I have
Kyr'nes
torches?
walks-
Dancing lights!
Hold on! Kyr'nes walks towards the
Do I have
cave
torches?
entrance. He trips over
Oh,
one
Oh,
of the goblins.
Kyr'nes tripping, huh?
Kyr'nes trips over one of the goblins. You said you were walking.
It's true.
And as you all shuffle past it, Endr, you notice something around one of the goblins' neck, like a necklace that you don't recall seeing during the fight. And upon closer inspection, it is the claw of some sort of bird, perhaps.
Pick it up and
Yeah.
slap it into my bag.
Yeah.
Can I do
you
a
may-
nature sniff?
I hold it up to Zogle first. Can you sniff?
It doesn't really smell like anything. Like it doesn't smell like cave. It doesn't smell like goblin.
Well,
It's
I'm
almost-
Mormon. Can I just do a nature check?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nature sniff.
It's a 17 on that nature sniff.
Yeah.
Oh, I
This
do
is
have torches.
a griffin claw.
Dope!
Yeah.
Do I need to make a performance check to tell the party that?
Please do.
Does has to see this.
Oh, that's a good performance check. Yeah, this rhino knows how to be a griffin.
Yeah.
It's-
So
it's a-
you say
it's a
Oh,
20
shit.
griffin. And you also, Endr, know that
That's
a
part of
griffin
my
claw
list.
is one of the items on. So it seems that that your fake magic is
Yeah.
rewarding you after all.
Yeah, you're totally real. Totally real. Really great. So totally actual man.
Okay, I have a clarifying question because I know Panacea said like, oh yeah, I'm essentially gonna get some divine intervention when I need it. Is this it, or am I gonna get that later? Am I gonna get to ask for her help later, or was this it?
Well, she told
yep.
you that. She told you would receive some sort of incentive for kind of performing your work with Jeremy, and it's a reasonable assumption that maybe this is that.
Okay, cool.
You also know that you do get divine intervention, right? Like,
Oh, that is a cleric ability.
That's a literal thing.
Yeah.
That is a thing in which you can do. Don't use it until level 20 because there's no point.
Okay.
It's really hard. Also, as Kyr'nes trips over this Gerblin, he kind of like picks himself up and dusts himself off. And then he lights a torch. Because I forgot I had torches.
I cast dancing lights.
Kyr'nes kind of looks at his torch and goes, okay.
Ooh, put it on my horn. Put it on my horn.
Attach it to the horn.
I'm a fat unicorn now.
Okay, so as you enter into the cave, there are some like sharp left and right turns, and very, very quickly you lose the light of the outside. And all you can really see around you is cave walls. There are discarded bones and things from like small prey animals, basically.
Like rats and...
Like rats and stuff. There is some bigger stuff. You do come across a pile of fresh meat, perhaps deer, and part of a mountain lion pelt.
Oh, so what we saw earlier, cool.
Yeah.
As we carry on, I use one of my daggers to kind of like try and mark the wall every so often so we don't get lost.
Okay, sure.
I put the big stick in front of me.
Okay. Nice. And yeah, it's actually a pretty wide passage. So you guys don't really have any trouble walking next to this rhinoceros. So the pathway kind of has like a very slight slant downwards. And after about 5 minutes of walking, you come to a stop in front of a door. It is a large stone door, right? It has inscriptions on it of not like a current language, it looks kind of old.
Is it Draconic old?
It is Draconic old, but it's not Draconic.
Oh.
Is it Sylvan old?
It's not Sylvan old.
Is it primordial?
It's not primordial.
Does one of us know Primordial?
No, I'm just asking.
No, it's around. We'll call it around Dragon old. There is an altar in front of it, and it's essentially a pedestal about this big around, and at the top, the top of the pedestal at about waist height is a bowl with a jagged knife sticking up out of the center of it.
I would like to stab Azure.
Before we attempt to stab Azure, I turn to Azure and say, that guy said that that guy said they needed a sacrifice to get in here. Maybe we could use your friend Bernie there.
Oh wait, no! I would like to tilt Azure's head. I mean,
Okay.
you're always bleeding, jerk.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, we can use Mr. I called in Switzer.
Okay,
It rolls out of the tongue real good.
it does.
We can use Switzer for the sacrifice. Or
Okay. So you're.
But
how do
he's
you go
dead.
about it? Yeah, how do you go about doing it?
he might be dead, but it's still a sacrifice. Right?
I don't think that's how dead works. I mean, you're arguing with a rhino that can't talk to you, but at the same time.
Okay. Well, I still use I still try to. I don't. Okay, so I always there's just a pedestal with a knife in the middle, right?
Yeah, and like a bowl kind of around the knife.
A bowl around the knife. Okay,
Yeah.
I just pour some of his blood into the bowl.
Okay. Nothing.
Yeah, I was thinking just for a moment. I was like, well, clearly they could have just, if they were really kind of assholes, they could have just taken they could have just used one of their own people, or allowed themselves to just scrape their hand every so often to get through doors. But they clearly needed, I think, a different entity. At least
Well,
that's
I mean, the
my
guys-
thought.
I mean, maybe they just didn't want to hurt themselves. Maybe the guy, a little extra. I don't know. Let's tap Azure and find out.
Now, I should say, I said nothing happened, but that's not 100% true. The blood
Why would
that
you lie
pour-
to us?
The blood that you pour into the bowl does seem to drain, though there is no draining device. But aside from that, there's no reaction.
I think upon seeing the blood drain without any visible, drain, Kyr'nes would like to check it out with the Arcana.
Okay.
See if he can tell what's afoot here.
Sure.
So
Can I help him on that and give him advantage?
Yes.
wonderful. I just have to check what my Arcana mod is because my character sheet takes a billion years to load. Come on, scroll up a little faster, character sheet. I know you can do it.
Well, it's intelligence. Unless you're.
I do have a bonus to it, which is why I need to check. Faster PDF, please. Arcana +4. Okay. $18.
18? Yeah, so there are a large amount of the language on the door is magical glyphs. And basically, the door calls for the sacrifice of a living creature, willing or unwilling, doesn't really matter. And there is a passage that says pumping blood is the key. There is a magical word for pumping.
I think
Extracting?
I mean, let's think about how many different magical uses that could be for.
anyway, I think
Water. Duh.
Kyr'nes, upon seeing pumping blood is the key, he relays this to the party like, hey, it does need actively pumping blood, so maybe we could, compress the Gerblin's chest so it's pumping?
I would like to push Azure towards the bowl.
Okay. I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
My eyes is bleeding. I'm just gonna stand there and
Drip.
yeah, and drip down.
Not quite. It doesn't appear to have an effect.
Oh lord. Alright, I've got the most hit points. I'll, totally... How the fuck am I supposed to do this?
Slide your cheek
somebody
against
wanna-
it? I don't know.
Sure, somebody slice a chunk of cheek. Why?
Okay.
I mean, I think you have to do it. I guess if you have to do it on that blade.
Oh. Yeah, I take the blade and as I'm used to seeing Zogle like somewhat like try to communicate with us as an animal form, I kind of guess that he like wants like to.
I mean, let's be real. We try to kill each other repeatedly.
He want to have a go at it, so I take the knife and I.
The knife is like cemented into the pedestal.
You have to like go like this, essentially, like slice your hand against it.
Oh.
Would be my guess. With
Yeah.
how you've described it, kid.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Let's do
Fine, I'll do it. I don't know if I can. I got a really big head.
I've got a big head and
Little arms, and I don't know how well this is
very well.
So the knife does stick up above, like it's at the bottom of the bowl, but it sticks up more than the bowl sticks up. So if you wanted to like use a foot or something, that's totally feasible.
Great. Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
So that's what you're going to do.
Yep. Real glad I have the most hit points in case it tries to kill me.
Okay. When you approach this bowl, something about it seems menacing to you.
Oh yeah, it's just a bowl that wants to take our blood. It's fine, definitely menacing.
Yeah, this won't hurt at all.
Feed me.
As you get closer, when you go to take the action, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hunger.
Well, that's a 9.
A 9?
You're too scared. You cannot make yourself do it.
I will sit.
I want to push him towards the knife.
I am a ton of weight. Good luck, fam.
I didn't say I was succeeding at it.
Like digging your heels in, pushing.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm assuming on another wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
What a shitty time to get a 20!
Nice. Okay.
This is not gonna be nice.
Yeah. So you approach the bowl, and you feel the same kind of dark presence from within that Zogle felt, and you're able to push through it. You know, you feel Panasia's hand on your shoulder, almost like saying, "You can do this." You know, like it's gonna be okay. And as you
better be right.
as you go to like slice your hand on the side of the blade, something overcomes you, and there's almost an electric jolt as your hand is forced directly above and then down onto the blade.
Really glad that I am definitely using my non-dominant hand for that one. Just wanted to point that out. I use my non-dominant hand.
For sure.
Endr swears loudly.
The knife starts to. It seems like it starts to heat up. Like it starts to glow like an orange. And
Don't like that.
you're bleeding like all over this bowl. And the bowl fills with blood, but it's like too much for you to have produced, right? So like your hand is just like submerged in blood, like stuck on this knife.
Can I pull my hand away? Is that a thing I can do?
You can.
Oh.
Do you do that?
I feel like I need to like keep it there for a amount of time before the door opens.
Well, incidentally, the door does begin to open as the bowl fills up.
I leave it on there for another 3 seconds and then I pull it up.
Okay. As you pull it off, the ridges like cut more into you, like the jagged edges.
You might hear an echo for a moment.
She's going to get something. Hmm?
You could have kept talking.
Okay,
I unplugged my headphones.
You take 3 points of piercing damage. Your hand comes up off of the knife point, and in that instant, the door slams shut.
Oh. Would I be able to react to that?
Yeah.
As the door is slamming shut, I'm gonna try and cast a Ray of Frost to freeze it open. Is that a thing I can do?
Let me look. Let me look at how much, how...
I am now down to 19 hit points.
Because, I don't know if it works, rules as written, but, it's a frost beam.
We had a long night's rest. You should have been at full health.
Yeah, you should have been.
My dude, I don't have that much health to begin with.
She rolled really poorly early levels.
By 10 feet.
Yeah, so...
That's unfortunate.
I would...
Gee, did we even roll for my 5th level total hit points? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. We're gonna fix that later. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll fix that after stream.
Okay. Kyr'nes, I'm going to say that Ray of Frost would not be enough to achieve the desired effect.
I'm gonna try popping out of form and throwing up a solid brick of shape water, between the door.
Like ice.
Closing and open. Yeah.
Ooh, could we do that, in tandem? Maybe we didn't intend to react in that way, but, as he shapes water, I shoot Ray of Frost at it?
Combination? Yeah, absolutely. So, the door gets to being about 3/4 closed before Zogle is able to cast his spell. And at about halfway, your spells collide and create this sort of icy fog that rolls out off of a large block of ice, which is holding the door open.
Quickly.
I was about to say, Kyr'nes immediately runs and tries to dive through this hole in the door.
Okay. Can I get everybody to make athletics checks for me?
Sure.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's see
What is
my
my athletics
is.
mod? It's probably not good given Mr. -1 dex. Oh no, it's good. Huh. I was not expecting it to be good.
-1. Yeah, it's strength. I have a -1 in athletics, and I still got a 16.
That's a 10?
Let me...
17.
My preview thing isn't responding very well. Give me a moment. I need to...
I would like to add, in case that the DC changes or anything, I'm going to hold off until everybody gets through, and then leap.
Athletics. I have a plus... We're doing athletics?
Yes.
Okay, I got a +1 to that. Wow, my brain is being dyslexic with numbers apparently now. 13.
13? Okay. So Kyr'nes, you rolled a 10, right?
Yes. That's +4 too. Gosh dang it.
You all run through. Zogle, despite your efforts to keep behind everyone, you do sort of have to muscle past Kyr'nes to keep yourself from getting crushed. And in the hustle and bustle, Kyr'nes, most of your body makes it through, but your tail gets cut.
Oh! Ow!
Oh, gee.
It's just a pinch, so it doesn't hurt you super bad. But let's here. You take 4 points of crushing damage.
a few
You're able to wrench your tail free.
A few very small, but a few very small draconic curses escape Kyr'nes' mouth, and we hear the staff in the bag rattle in agreement.
Hey, that's not nice to say.
You definitely knew what I said, Zogle. Good job. You learned something from the staff of shouting.
Yes, it gets very angry and says very naughty, gross things, I guess. I don't know. I just figured that's what it's saying to me.
So you make it to the other side of this door, and there's another pedestal, exactly like the first one.
Hylia.
But the way ahead of you is clear. So,
Well, we know our exit.
indeed,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, so you go forward, right? I mean, I'm assuming you guys keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you find yourself in a new chamber, which is now loading on d20s.
Yee!
Whoa. Yeah.
Loading you guys in because
Maps, maps, maps. I love maps.
me too.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
And for some reason, two of these work and two of So you arrive in this room. From the light of your spells, etc., etc. Right. You ahead of you, you see a room with 6 holes in the floor. Sorry, I'm like getting your guys' tokens all sorted out. With 6 holes in the floor, which reach across. And it occurs to me that I made these 5-foot, and you could jump across them. These are 10-foot holes. So they cannot
10-foot holes for the 10-foot poles?
10-foot holes for the 10-foot poles. And they lead down, like, onto spikes,
Ooh.
right? They're assorted skeletons and things. On either side of each hole is a statue that is, they're facing each other, and they have, like, an eye stalk with, like, an eyeball at the end of it, like, staring at each other. There is a control panel right in front of you, right here, with 6 levers on it. All of them are in the upward position, and there's an engraving on the control panel, which has 2 arcane runes on it, and they are the runes for magic and death.
Don't like that.
Well, we should find out if magic can go across that, because then I have an answer for us, or a solution to at least get across.
Can I, like, roll to inspect to see what I notice about these statues with the eye stalks and maybe their relationship to the levers?
Sure. Like, are you pulling a lever to see what happens, or?
I'm trying to examine it so I don't have to pull a lever.
Okay, like looking for wiring, or?
Yeah, like, look, either wiring or, like, some kind of magic connection.
Okay.
What would I
wanna
roll for
cut
that?
A piece of arm from my dead body from the swordsman. And then I want to throw that part of the arm, like, as far as I can.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
Oh, good lord.
What would I roll to, like, try and suss out what the heck's going on here?
If you're looking, probably just a general investigation check. Unless you're looking specific for magic, then roll one of those.
I'm gonna roll Arcana. 'Cause
I
feel
rolled a 5.
Okay. So you managed to clear the first 10-foot pit. Nothing happens. The arm bounces off of like the next bit of solid ground and falls into the second pit.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be any connection between the statues and the lever.
Drat.
Well, now we know dead matter can cross the first one.
Yeah.
I will cast Shape Water and just push it across all the way to its reach, which is 30.
Okay. As the water crosses the pit, with seemingly no reaction from the statues or anything, you lose control of the water and it drops into the pit.
Well,
Huh. Well then.
We see the wheels of an idea begin to turn in the back of Kyr'nes' head. He turns to Zogle and says, "Wait. So you lost control of the water, yes?"
You know what? Some of us just have control issues, okay?
I don't intend to shame you. I think I have an idea. So we held that door open earlier. What if we?
Guess.
What if we? What if you? What were you saying?
You said that we held the door open, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. I look at your tail.
No, okay, with varying levels of success. But maybe, I don't know how deep those pits are off the top of my head, but maybe we could try that again, and you wouldn't necessarily need to have control of the water if it were, say, solid. And I just generally disperse a ray of frost just to show off and illustrate my point.
Hey, look, that's actual magic. I mean, all magic is real magic. There's no such thing as fake magic.
I saw you just like... Meanwhile, Kyr'nes just rolls his eyes at this and says, "I'm sure Panacea has blessed our good friend with a great deal of powerful magics."
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Wall of Water because Shape Water doesn't seem like enough water.
Okay.
And I move to make big enough blocks of ice, as big as I can with Ray of Frost.
Okay. So so where do you put the wall of water?
I'm gonna make it bridge over the first one.
Okay. You are unable to do so.
Does it basically just go up?
Yeah, so it starts on this solid ground and goes onto this solid ground and across the pit, right? Is that what I'm getting here?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Where the pit is, there is no water summoned.
Kyr'nes, we have a
so
problem.
magic. does not work.
Could you control the flow of the water so we could push an ice block into the pit?
Towards us, create a big-ass block of water.
Okay. And you're using spell slots, right?
Well, Shape Water is free, but yes, I am using a spell slot for Wall of Water because it's concentration.
Meanwhile, Ray of Frost is a cantrip, so I'm just like...
Okay. So, what I will tell you is that any of the Shape Water or Wall of Water, like, if it's even, like, an inch over the pit, it falls. It's, like, it cannot be magically effective.
Yeah, I'm making it as big as, like the block as big as I can, because then if we push it, then we
Then the
already
ice
want
will-
it to go to the bottom.
Okay. Alright.
Endr takes off her sash/belt, whatever's keeping her pants up, and wraps it around her hand to stop the freaking bleeding because she doesn't want to burn a spell slot right now.
Oh, that's another thing. Interestingly, your hand's not bleeding.
Huh.
There is blood on your hand, but your hand
It's not actively
is
bleeding.
scarred over. You have an old scar.
Huh.
So, the good news is we can make this up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick. Or we can make it 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
So in theory, could we make enough ice to fill the pit in a small area?
But I feel like anything that's like between those two statues, like any magic just disappears.
Yeah, but if
I
it's
don't think
already frozen, it's just
still
ice. No, it's just ice after you've frozen the
Well-
water.
Let's find out.
magic. Yeah.
3 hours later.
I think Kid has finally found one of our weaknesses, is that we depend on magic.
I have.
So we're kind of all spellcasters.
I had noticed.
Mhm.
What were you saying, Al?
Really? Really?
At first try, I wanted. You said they were like. So the statues have like an eyeball thingy.
Yes.
I want to try to shoot one. To shoot one with an arrow.
Okay. Make an attack. Go ahead. We'll do this first, and we'll work out crazy ice plans later.
Crazy ice plans are my favorite kind of plans.
I gave you a very simple solution.
Also, are we forgetting about the literal 5 feet, like...
We are men! We don't need directions!
So
Okay,
17.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
Ender's just like...
Ender's watching this happen.
So the statues are like, they're like stone, and the eyeballs have like a rune on them, basically. And you shoot it, and nothing changes.
Okay.
It just kind of tinks off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we just pull a lever?
Let's see how this ice resolves first.
Okay, if you want to do the ice thing, you're gonna have to like craft a chunk of ice that will fit and not slide down the 10-foot
Deep
gap.
pit.
No, not deep. It's much deeper, but it's 10 foot across.
So
So we need to make 30 feet of ice, basically, is what we... Gosh, that'll be heavy.
Mhm.
Huh. Maybe we scrap this whole ice plan and destroy the statues.
Kyr'nes looks very downcast as soon as you say scrap the ice plan. He's like, oh, but ice plan.
Like I got a rope too, a really long rope that I got from what's his name? Mr. Boulder.
Yeah, Great Boulder.
Maybe we can do something with a rope or pull a lever and see if we die.
Wow. No.
I mean, I also have some ropey rummages in the bag for a second, and out comes the rope.
Okay, hold on. I've got one more magic-based solution.
Oh no, ma.
I would like to conjure 2 flying eagles.
Okay. As if from the air itself, two flying eagles appear.
I would like said flying eagles to try to break down the statues.
We are so stupid.
Okay,
I have a 0 in intelligence, to be honest here. I'm tactical, not intelligent.
what direction are they coming at the statues from?
The direct side, not the front.
Direct side. Okay. Your eagles attack the stone and get nowhere. Nothing happens.
I've got a +3 in strength. Nothing? Oh shit! All right.
Nothing. It's a stone statue.
Can they like try to go from behind and push him forward?
They can try. Go ahead
Great.
and roll for it.
God, I hope for a natural 20 for once.
We shall see.
Well, it's an 18. That's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's not push
Enough.
over this solid-ass magical statue status.
Zogle's gonna be sitting there
Endr's not
going-
even gonna try. She ain't got the strength for it.
And then I'm gonna look at the statues and be like, wait a second. Look at the eagles up there, literally behind the statues. Look at the pit. Look at the statues. Guys, there's spaces behind the statues.
Yeah. So how the statues look, right? Is it's the bottom half, probably about 6 feet tall, is connected to the wall, and then like about 3 feet up from that is like the craning eye stalk, and there's maybe like a foot of clearance above.
Awesome. I'm gonna get up on my eagle and I'm gonna try to scooch on past the.
How big are these eagles?
How big are
Largely-
these?
Well, okay, but that's including wingspan, so I wouldn't know.
I was gonna say, are these like Gandalf eagles?
To a degree, but I mean, I think what makes them large is that wingspan. I'm not sure about, like, how fat they are.
So what I'm hearing is if the eagle is going to fly, it's going to need to not be right next to the wall.
Maybe? I don't know. It's magic.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
I hate magic.
I will say that if you want to try, like, you could try to crawl up through there, you are not going to be able to fly on an eagle through there. That's too tight. Any eagle that's big enough to bear your weight is not going to get you through that tiny spot.
I mean, okay. I guess let's try to crawl past that point.
Okay, can I get an athletics check, or acrobatics check rather? Zogle.
I would much rather take the acrobatic. 10?
You fail.
Fuck. Alright, well, I'm done trying.
Wow.
At this point, after seeing Zogle fail to climb the statue, Kyr'nes is like, well, we're gonna try a lever, and he just casts Mage Hand over to the middle lever and yoinks it.
Okay.
Oh, look, more magic.
As you pull the middle lever, the first and second pits have a like slab that slides over them.
Hey, hey!
Stupid. We're super stupid.
It's like, hey guys, check it out! I magicked these stone over the pit!
You pulled a left.
Yes, but I did it with mag!
Flip.
The dramatic is aided by the hand, which does another, like, wow, over his head.
I'm gonna have one of the eagles fly forward.
Like over where the holes were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make
your
them
eagle,
fly, make them walk.
Your eagle.
Either one.
One of them flies and one of them walks. No, I don't know. I won't.
Sure, great.
one of the plasma
I love
ones
watching birds walk. They're so stupid.
through this, and they're at the same time, and die horribly.
Oh! Like, dude, they just.
Then I'm gonna look over at Kyr'nes and be like, yeah, you solved it.
I mean, they were magic. They were druidly made things. Maybe we won't die if we walk over them.
I'll try
Great,
the
go for it,
corpse.
Kyr'nes.
I'll try the
Can we check the dead body first?
I'll try a piece of the body, because I'll try the other arm.
Okay.
I'll chop it up, and
Okay.
I roll it.
You're so dumb.
It rolls across the line, and comes to stop after the first set of statues, completely unharmed.
Great, something dead can make it through.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
I will point out the eagles were atomized. They weren't just like they weren't like shot or anything. Like they ceased to exist,
They vaporized.
and it was probably incredibly painful. So good job.
I'm not feeling so good, Mr. Zogle.
I'm really glad that I do not currently speak animal.
That's awful. Okay.
They dissolved.
So the arm is unharmed.
It's also unarmed.
Yeah, go ahead. Walk through. Sure,
I
you'll
mean-
be fine, according to your statistic.
I do actually, like, very, very slowly and tentatively stick my pinky finger over the line.
Okay.
I would
You
say
cross.
with your tail first. To make something non-essential.
My tail is mightily essential. It's dreadfully important.
Hello, I'm Dragonborn without tails. I haven't really seen
Yes, but-
spellcasters without pain.
Yes, well, I'm already clumsy enough. My tail helps balance.
So as you
Okay, Goku.
as your finger crosses this line, one of the statues does nothing.
One of these statues just slams down a tower and just pop your finger up and into the molding goes.
I have to relearn how to cast all my spells.
Oh,
Dang it. Nope. It's like,
Oh, this is a good time to go home, Kyr'nes.
yeah. It's like, what's that, Zogle? What? Not solved the problem. And he's like gesturing wildly into the like area now.
Okay. Alright, smart man. What are you gonna do about the other levers?
We're gonna keep pulling levers until we find out which one closes the third one.
Great, what kind of reach you got there?
Dang it, I can't throw a mage hand over the thing. I walk to the furthest I can, like, the second landmass, so I'm standing, like, near the pit. I go, alright, somebody throw the levers until the third one closes, and then I can walk over, and then we can solve problems.
I will be right back. My sweet mate's asking me questions.
Okay. As you walk between the statues, your haversack, like, all of the contents explode out of it.
Oh! It's like, oh!
What about his staff?
Oh my god, is it finally shut
Oh!
up?
What about... I
imagine you're not. Are you holding the staff?
I was not holding the staff until it exploded out of the haversack. And as it explodes out of the haversack, I try to catch it.
Yeah, you catch the staff, and, it's quiet.
Did he shut
Is
up?
Does the sack still exist, though?
Yeah.
Well, so it's anti-magic field, that's all.
I try to gather all my things up and hold them as I get through the second anti-magic field, and then sit down and see if the bag works again.
All good.
Okay. Like you guys see Kyr'nes like open the bag and like very slowly drop like his rabbit's foot, which I don't talk about, but he slowly drops the rabbit's foot into the bag and zoop! He goes, oh, cool. Puts the things in the bag.
Wait, I want to walk. I want to like forward towards the middle of one of the statue, and I want my eye bleeds.
Oh, it doesn't bleed more than usual.
But it doesn't. Oh well.
It does stop. Think about it. It stops.
It does stop.
It does stop.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna like glance over. I mean, Azure, are you like happier?
I mean, that might solution. I don't know. Okay.
It's on this platform forever. You're finished.
I'm gonna look at the eye stalks. Do they look beaterish?
Do you know what a beholder is?
Do we know
I
what
know
beholders are?
I don't know. Druids have an idea. Those are like the most unnatural things on the face of the planet. The Druid village.
Make an unnamed check.
An unnamed check.
So naturey that it's unnatural.
Unnaturey.
That's a 9.
You know nothing about these eye stalks.
Mmm.
I don't know about this.
Sorry.
What's up, Azure?
I was like, while I stand in the middle of the plate, like just over the pit of spikes, can I try to grab one of those blue balls?
One of the blue balls? Wait.
Blue balls?
Hello?
The eye thingy. I didn't.
Oh, the
The
hawk.
statue? The eye stalk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I call them blue balls.
Okay. You can touch it.
I touch it.
Yeah, it's attached to the statue. It's the statue is a whole. You know, there's no part that's like not part of it. But yeah, you can touch it and nothing happens.
As this is going down, Kyr'nes is holding the staff of anger shouts in the no magic zone, just kind of like luxuriating and being able to hold the staff without angry draconic shouting. Just like, haha, you're quiet now.
Kyr'nes, why don't we take a portion of these statues, and if it works the same way, then we would have anti-magic fields, which is really powerful magic.
Can we break off part of the statue, though?
I mean, I know it's solid, but there's gotta be a way.
Could I, like, lob... Like, could I, like, lob a mage hand up and over the eye stalk? So I can, like, at it with the mage hand?
It can only hold 5 pounds.
I'm gonna try anyway. It's gonna try real hard.
It doesn't have an effect on the statue.
Then it scratches Kyr'nes was here into the side of it.
Zogle is gonna bring out Belver's axe
Hold on.
and be
What's
like,
up, Azure? What's up, Azure?
I said it's end-time magic, so we cannot use magic to try to break up the statue that is about end-time magic. So we would have to like use weapons. And guess what? No one of us can use weapons.
I bring out Belver's axe.
Okay.
I don't have the strength for this, but if somebody say really, really strong with a
aren't
on
you
the range
still
of-
a rhinoceros?
no, I had to turn out of rhinoceros to use shape water.
Oh, okay.
I go somebody who is, you know, on a scale of 1 to 3 in a plus, say, modifier kind of idea, has a +3 in the category of strong. Maybe they could use an axe.
I have a +1.
I have a +1.
Great. Somebody that's not
We're
me.
spellcasters. We're weak as shit.
as we're discussing what to do with the axe, I have the mage hand scritch into the wall next to the statue in Draconic. Kyr'nes was here.
I mean, I could turn into something a lot stronger than all of us put together, but I don't know if I would hold. I just don't know if I would be able to hold it. I might get transformed back. I might get exploded. I have no idea.
Your head explode.
Are you at the level yet where you can conjure an elemental?
That's like a higher level druid thing, isn't it?
No, I conjured conjured animals, and it's the same shit, and they exploded. Did you not just see the horrible, horrible disfigurement that happened to those birds? No?
Yeah, it
Okay,
smells like
well,
it smells like Thanksgiving in here.
You know what,
You
guys?
still echo in these halls.
Their cries will forever echo.
What's up, Azure?
You know what, guys? Maybe we should just try to get across, and then when we come back, maybe we can try to take one of these statues down.
yeah, but
know
the
what I
problem is there we could be being chased by something, or we.
Medallion. Computer science
Two
question.
beholders look at each other.
This is a
Hold
computer
on.
science
I
question.
have to Google
False
it.
and false is still false. Like false and false is still false, and false or false is still false. But like they're both not states. So like and a not and a not is true.
Yeah, it's like, would anti-magic cancel anti-magic?
It's like is because like if anti-magic follows standard Boolean logic, they're both nots.
Oh, thank God for Chris Perkins.
Thank God.
Chris Perkins, D&D God, says anti-magic from two different sources would overlap but not cancel each other, but an anti-magic cone.
So what if
What,
we
Chris?
Chris
So
Perkins.
So if we had an anti-magic, like, say it's a straight line. It's one eye stalk to the other eye stalk. You get one eye stalk, we get one person to the other side, it points at the other eye stalk, then everything in the middle is anti-magic, which means that everything it's pointing
Explode.
at can't use its anti-magicness because it doesn't have a point of contact. Bam! Tactical, not smart.
What is the ruling from our boy Chris Perkins?
Chris Perkins says if two beholders look at each other, there's a lot of no magic.
There's a lot of no magic.
Fair.
Oh wait, what would happen in that situation? Because if you really think about it, beholders
Chris
are
Perkins
magic.
is one of the designers for the game.
Indeed.
He said, I am taking his word on this.
Hey, but what happens to the actual beholder? Because that's two forces of non-magical force, and both of those creatures are magical in nature.
And Chris Perkins says,
Why is this trap so awful?
It's not awful. It's very simple. It's just that
we're trying to
But, like,
abuse the
best
trap.
is we can just walk across.
I wave at Endr because I don't think Endr has crossed any of the stone plates yet, and I wave at Endr and say, "Can you try pulling some of these levers so we can get the last one?"
I
Oh, yeah,
want one.
Which one?
I don't know. You have to tell me. I was out of the room, my dude.
We've yanked the left middle one, I
Middle
think.
one.
Yes.
Is everybody off the platforms?
I am.
I am.
Yup.
I'm with Kyr'nes.
So you pulled the left middle one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
wait,
so like the third.
are there four? Okay, the third
third
one.
from
So
the left. There are 6.
I'm just gonna roll a d6 and let fate decide which one I pull
Wait.
because I am indecisive.
I feel like you didn't design it this way, kid, but let me think about something for a second, because there's 6 bits here.
Are there?
Yeah, because they're binary states. You know, it's a lever's on or off.
There are 5 holes. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wait. There's 5 holes, but there's 6 levers.
Yes.
So one of them could be a rest and lever. Just saying.
Wait, 1, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 4, 8. So we pulled 8. Wait, no. 1, 2, 4. We
There's
pulled
only
4.
Razz, which one did you pull?
Sorry, I'm thinking about this as a programmer. You don't mind my bibbling.
Computers
Well,
don't exist in this world.
I know they don't exist in this world, but binary states do!
We're finally at the point where Zogle's like, alright, well, this is fun, I'm out.
I'm
Just
dead
start
now.
walking.
There you go, Noom. Anyway, while I am off in programmer land, which lever did you pull?
I am going to pull the second lever.
The second lever? Okay.
Because I rolled a 2.
Yeah, interesting. So, you pull the second
I
lever.
let fate decide for me. I let Our Lady Istis decide.
As you pull the second lever, the third and fourth slabs slide into place.
Did you need to get rid of the lever that was over there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, cool. So, does somebody want to walk all the way over there?
I do. As I see the slab close, I'm like, alright, let's go. And I
Plus the third barrier, your head.
dang it! Pick up set it all down, put it in the handicap sack. I think about my life for a second, then I go, wait. I don't want this to happen again.
Endr walks across. She ain't wearing nothing magical. She's like, "Bloop."
I put everything back in the handy haversack, and then I sit there for a second, and I realize just what I'm doing, and then I pour all the things out of the handy haversack across the slab, and then walk across, and then put everything back in the handy haversack.
I really feel like we just get back in case this shit happens more.
Don't worry, maybe we'll need items explosions. Backpack where he keeps applesauce. Anyway.
Well, while you guys are there, don't take any mind. I just need to make sure that we have another lever, and I'm gonna push the lever that they just pulled down back up after they get off the slab, of course, to make sure they.
Okay, the third and fourth slide back into place. Slide back in wall, kind of
Oh
thing.
my god, why didn't we think of that? That's beautiful.
Why didn't we think of what? I didn't see.
Which one of you is the lightest and which one of you is the strongest? The strongest eats the lightest across the chasm.
That's not a terrible idea.
Yes, it is. We're all weak.
Aspen, you beautiful human.
See, if we had Dalrex here, that would work.
Wait. So while they're trying to figure that out, I'm like gonna look at that wall. That lever didn't come back.
It sure didn't.
Guys, you opened up a new problem.
No, they didn't. You never saw that lever.
Yeah, you didn't
Oh,
see
I
it.
see.
What are you talking
There was no lever.
Uh-huh. I see now. Damn it. Well, now we know something that we're not supposed to know. I guess, never mind. I wouldn't have pulled it then, since there was no lever there in the first place.
Okay, they knew back. Wait, no, that's not right.
Yep, wrong way.
Wrong one.
Well, this seems to be working out great for us. So, pull the, first lever.
First lever. The second and fourth holes open back up.
Oh no, it's one of these. Oh, I hate these. It's the switch thing. I flip to get them all off and on, don't you?
I mean, we don't really need to.
I was like, oh yeah, it's binary logic. It's not binary logic. It's literal Boolean interaction.
Very lucky.
I'm just gonna
Dang.
flip switch because we don't need it.
Okay.
Currently. How about fourth?
Fourth. The first closes as the fifth opens.
Fifth's the last one, right?
Or excuse me, the first opens as the fifth closes. Yes, the fifth is the last one.
I
Well, good
walk
for
the
us.
heck over that. I throw the handy haversack so it doesn't explode all over my back again.
Well, I mean, it doesn't discover your back, but it kind of like trails junk through the air.
Can I as I watch it vomit items, run on it and try to catch them?
Sure. Go ahead and make athletics.
Yay, athletics.
Let me know how that angry boy likes being tossed around.
He's not a fan of being Jotun. That's a 12.
12. You catch the staff, and it screams at you.
I caught you! Not all my torches, though.
Oh, you fool. And just as Zogle saw before, there is a on the side.
There is a single lever on the side?
A single lever on the side.
Okay, I put all my stuff in the handy haversack, set it down, get all my stuff that it vomited out as I yode it, and then I walk over the lever, and
Wait.
just to spite the puzzle...
Wait!
Okay, wait.
Wait for us to cross over at least.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait,
As I'm about to pull the lever with mage hand, and then we hear Azure, wait, and I go, oh, and I wait.
Okay. So I cross over.
Okay.
Anyone
Yeah.
else cross over?
Endr?
Ender, do you
I mean,
cross
we
over?
can't.
Yeah, sure.
Oh wait, Ender's with you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Zogle stuck over there, and now that everybody else is on this side except for Zogle because he hacked up the path, I just pull the lever with mage hand.
Okay.
Just to spite the puzzle.
The first pit closes up,
Well,
And it's closed?
and now all the pits are closed.
guess I'll just wander on over.
Wow.
The puzzle that should have taken this long for 500, Alex.
Why are we doing things?
Fucking puzzle.
Tried it the most
time-
complicated way possible. And it was
Next
just a
time I'm
simple
building it.
logic puzzle.
You're
Next
so
time I'm building
reliant
a
on
sh-
magically breaking shit.
The sad part is, it's not that we're reliant on magic. We're reliant on magic to break things.
We were trying to weave our way around the puzzle when literally doing the puzzle would have been the easiest option.
So if we really put our heads together, we can do anything. We just really like to break shit, but none of us are strong enough to actually break shit.
There's even
It's fine.
a simple solution to this puzzle. It's just 3 levers.
Oh.
But breaking shit.
We've done that in 5 minutes.
Nope! Not this party!
But I said it to. Okay.
Oh, that's a good question.
Let's
Are
open
the
the
walls
door.
made out of stone?
The
The
wall?
walls are made out of stone. Yes.
Wait, is it worked stone?
It is worked stone.
Oh, it wouldn't matter, Aspen, because druids, even if we shape stone, it has to be unworked stone. So,
Huh!
good plan.
I did not know that was a limitation of shape stone, but I also never run druids, so okay.
Yeah, that's because druids are nature things, and shaped and worked stone is not nature.
Do you guys want to know what's on the other side of the door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it another puzzle in which we're going to do something stupid before we do something?
That's up to you, baby.
Once Kyr'nes sees Zogle walk over the puzzle of absurd lengtheliness, he walks up to the door and knocks on it with the angry staff, like.
The door, it's just like a door, and it just gets put open.
Would like to break the door.
You break the door. Magic. You magically break the door. Okay.
I feel so much better.
So beyond, you guys should be seeing things now.
I see the void.
You see the void. Okay, beyond the door, you see a hallway.
Bum
So
bum.
you're seeing a hallway now.
I see not a hallway. I see a turn arrow.
You should see the turn arrow, and above that you should see a hallway.
Yeah, I see the hallway.
Okay, now it's loaded. Cool.
Okay.
Good job, D&D. Trying to get the recording to center on the hallway nicely.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put all of you on here unless it becomes relevant. So who is the brave soul that's going to lead the party?
I was already walking into the door first, so off I trot.
That is correct.
Do I produce flame? Which cantrips did I?
One of us at least has prestidigitation to light this torch with.
Yeah.
Oh, I've produced.
Your mic is still muted, by the way, Razz.
Oh.
I have prestidigitations.
So you could.
I'm just gonna hold a fistful of.
Okay.
Fistful of Flame sounds like a really bad Western.
Yeah. It sounds like a Western kung fu movie.
Ooh.
Do you know?
Western
I'm into. I'd be so into.
I can't even put you on blast for that. I'd watch that.
I would still watch that shit.
I kind of
you know what my
I'd
favorite
watch that
thing-
shit out of sheer terribleness of me.
So my favorite video game of all time is that show, and thinking about flame make me think about Satan. That's all I
Yes,
need. That's it.
That's perfect.
Okay, but the bees, it's a vigor in the first and second game, but the bee's vigor is better vigor than the crow's vigor.
That would be called a plasmid. A vigor.
I know it's not a vigor, but I've only played the third Bioshock.
You need to never, ever talk to me again.
I'm working on it. Money is a thing that exists in the world. Yes, been bees.
And that is also a cantrip, infestation.
Are they fees, not bees?
I mean,
So-
Anyway, G.
So
Oh my
D&D.
God.
Yeah.
Kyr'nes, you find yourself in a dark hallway, and everyone else joined us, presumably.
Yeah, I follow Kyr'nes.
I guess I'll be second in, cause hit points.
Makes me last then.
Magnus, I am not, and yet I rush in. Anyway,
Did you rush in?
what do I see anything in the blob of torchlight I have? Or is it just a nondescript hallway?
There's more to this map. The hallway that you see is what you have seen.
I check for traps.
You check for traps? Okay.
Yes.
So are you going to move at half speed down the hallway, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna move real slowly and try and check for traps.
Okay. You come to a crossroad. And you see a hall leading off in this direction. Just incidentally, do you guys see anything unusual Because you should.
No.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Good.
It's
Mm.
yeah. It's like an L-shaped thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
that
with
is-
a little bit at the
Mm.
end. That's all
That
we
is-
see.
That is what you should see.
What? No levers that we shouldn't see yet?
No levers, huh? Were the levers named Clarella?
There it is, kids.
Very funny.
A stream cannot pass by.
Triad.
Absolute necessity.
Anyway, when I see this path off to the right, I squint and try to see more, but I see as much as is on the map, and then I mark that.
You more beyond that.
Hmm.
There is more.
Oh shit.
What do I see?
It's just a straight hallway.
Just a normal hallway? I mark that hallway on the left wall.
Oh, I have a question for you, Matt. Since Zogle is half elf, does dark vision?
I do.
I have dark vision.
That means in dark, you can see in the dark as dim light.
Mm-hmm.
So you had in that consideration.
That's okay. Sees trees. This isn't really like the torches. This is like your line of sight. Currently.
Well, I
I
mark.
would like to huck the fire, probably towards the ceiling, actually. Like, so if anyone was looking, they wouldn't see it really. Just
You're gonna
Me?
you're
I
gonna
don't
throw
know.
a fireball?
You have fireball?
produce a fire that is a ball shaped.
You just read
Oh.
You can
Same shit. Wait, is Nancy a cantrip or is it a first level?
It's a cantrip.
Ah, well then, great. We're throwing light. Throwing warm light.
Warlight.com.
Okay. So you mark wall.
Mark the wall on the left, so such that I will notice it on my right if we walk a circle.
Can I like that? Like, can I pull out my
Like that?
Yeah.
Well,
Put
you
out
there
my
and wield it like a bat.
No. Put out my leer and like, just like your red note and
Oh, to like locate with a leer, like
yeah.
fresh.
I have a question. What happened to Blue during that entire? By the way,
Blue's like essence is like a living creature. Blue's not like produced by a spell or like she's not
Okay.
summoned and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like she exists here because she's supposed to be here.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just
I was
guessed.
trying to-
this.
What kind of?
But yeah, I want to try to ecolocate, like at least how deep is the cave. Like try to figure this out.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of echo. It's not a vast space.
Okay.
It's pretty like you hear it bounce off the walls. Like walls kind of shake a little bit with it, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Okay. So there's no one here, guys, and
You know
there's gonna be
what
some
I
traps.
just
I feel it.
You know what I just realized? That I have in my arsenal because we're going in a dungeon. Zogle's gonna look Iris, but mostly discerned. And he's gonna cast traps.
Huh. Things I didn't know you.
You had that from the beginning, and you've
What?
That's so funny.
you had that from the beginning, and you've never used it.
God, Kyr'nes, your voice changed.
That's that. I was about to have Gear to say that.
Oh my god.
Trap is present. You don't learn location of the trap, but you do learn general nature. The ding goes by sense. Okay. There are traps present.
Talking no one.
You sense
I'm taking off now. Yeah, this.
you sense traps connected with
Intended.
illusion. And to a lesser degree, evocation. Illusion
Do
and
I have interesting?
scary lightning, fire, frost stuff.
Well, there's
Do I have
something
a
that's
thing?
There's something trying to tell us something that isn't real, and there's something that's going to try to hurt us real bad.
Oh, shoot, I didn't take two signals.
Okay.
I continue down the original hallway as best I can.
Can I try to? Okay, I'm gonna consult my teammate here. Would it be a good idea if I would like throw a dagger and use it as like a flare almost?
Ooh,
To, like,
I like that.
Whoa,
Like-
I dig
Wait.
that.
But he makes it red hot. It doesn't make it light up. Is the only.
By nature,
If it's
Could
red
that
hot.
make
if it's red hot, gives light.
Yeah, it's like 8 or something. Like
How much light?
I mean, it would be a lot of light.
I would say I'm light. You could see where it landed, like a few inches around that. You see it.
Plan, but instead of wasting those really important high power spells, why don't you just throw damage on the dagger and then?
Oh, and we could use dagger of return. C, much simpler. Not how to like.
pick it up.
Exactly. Now if something's over there, it'll just link back to you, and we know it's over.
You want smart Doggle.
Nicole, don't call me smart.
What's that then?
Yeah, cast dancing lights on Twitter.
Dagger of returning, and I yeet.
Where do you eat it?
Where do I to? Let's look at the map. I yeet it into the like area of the back wall that we can see on the map.
Straight ahead of you.
Yes.
Okay. He flies forward, bounces off the wall, and returns to you.
Zoop.
You can do it from what you can.
Duck. I move forward until I see something new. Then.
I think. Can we give me 10 minutes? Because then maybe we can get help from the inhabitants that are already.
I mean, while you do that, we can still.
Recon. While you ritual things.
I'm a ritual with animals, and then you can try to find an animal.
I can try to call one with a flute of.
Sewers.
Dude, yeah.
I forgot about the flute of sewers.
That face was so gold. Like you look like kind of like a genuinely like shocked and impressed. You're like, holy shit, that could be like, you're like, oh,
Look, we did a thing.
we used the iron disc.
And not in stupid mirror.
Leading the dagger to
No,
see.
like, I can totally, like, eating it, not by the handle, throwing it by the blade.
Yeet.
Nice. Okay. What kind of song do you play?
Like so I play like something very like out of tune, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, I it's like.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. Yeah. So the music of this is kind of haunting. It's almost like wind flowing through like sweeps.
Oh.
Or like a large open space.
So it's already off tune.
It's already off tune, and then it just worse from there. And
Dog holding one ear is like, what kind of bard are you?
and from just sort of like cracks and all around, you start to hear squeaking. And within like a couple of minutes, you have a sizable rat swarm, kind of
Alright.
like swarming around your feet at her.
Oh. Hi. And I'm to animals, but Zogle can. So.
I think you can give them hands.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I think animals, and I currently am speaking animal.
Let me remember swarm rats that isn't blah blah blah. That's right. A friendly swarm obeys your commands. If you issue no commands to a swarm, it defends itself, but otherwise takes no action. Yeah. That.
Okay, so.
Oh, it does look like you have to keep playing the pipes to keep.
Oh, so we just get deafened by this awful.
Just by this like.
music. Oh, gee, ow.
Full.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
wait, if you stop playing, do they just go back to normal?
Yes.
How do I do comments then? With the music as well?
It's just. I assume it's kind of like a telepathic thing.
Okay.
You
Or,
could
yeah,
like.
music.
Yeah, you could like do music motifs. That'd be a really cool flavor text.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, are they all like individual rats?
Yes.
Okay. I want to send some over to Zogle so they can interview them.
Okay.
Talk to them. Some of the other rats, I'm not gonna say I sacrifice them, but I'm gonna walk the. What can the mention? I guess I'd like to. So Kyr'nes is like I'm looking at Roll20 right now. I'd like to send like how many rats do I have? Like a decent pack of right?
Yeah, it just says a swarm, so like maybe, I guess a swarm would be like maybe 30.
Oh,
Would
okay.
be a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna send 5 to Zogle.
Mhm.
And I want to split the pack in the rest of the pack in 3 groups. Like I don't care if like how much there is in one
Okay.
of the other. I just want them to like one walk. How do I do this? I want to.
You can hold down your mouse and ping.
Okay. It's not working. I can ping. Can I
Oh.
draw? Oh, I can draw. I want to send one this way.
Okay.
And one this way and one this way.
Okay. So, the first thing that you discover is that this is actually just a little indent. This over here is here. Let's see. This leads to like that, and this one leads into a large room, and from inside of the large room, you hear a shout, and it sounds like a female.
Okay. And can I is the shout like ah! Or is it like rah?
No, it's a dainty "I've just been scared by rats" shout.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna keep playing the music. And I'm gonna look at like Kyr'nes and Endr, and like with my eyes I'm gonna try to like show them like pointing them out that like I want to go there. Like with emotions.
Just kind of like the.
It's like, this way, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kyr'nes, on hearing that, like, screech, and then seeing, especially after seeing Zogle's, like, head, or not Zogle, Azure's head motions, he just kind of, very cautiously, but he enters the big room where we heard the "I've been scared by rats" scram.
Okay.
Same. Yeah, Endr kind of follows suit.
Okay. So Goliath, are you still doing your ritual?
Yeah, I'm like looking down at these rats and having a powwow, having a kiki, you know, hanging out.
Having yourself a chat.
So Kyr'nes right now represents the other 3. So you enter this room, and you see a human woman. She's clothed in rags, and she has blood running down right arm, and she's backed herself into a corner, away from the rats.
I'm just playing music so I cannot talk, just so you know, like I'm just
I
still...
think Endr rushes in. Like I like hearing like someone scream, just like very much like Endr's like, have to help. And like I think she sees like, okay, is it with the blood running down her, is she bleeding in the same way that Endr was bleeding?
Yes.
So does that mean that it's probably covered, the wound itself is probably covered over, she's just blood is still on her hand.
She's not like actively bleeding. It's dried blood.
Yeah.
Or like drying blood, you know.
Yeah. Endr like rushes over, just like, hey, listen, are you okay?
And she's she's freaking out.
Don't worry about my rats. My weird friend over there with the eye patch is controlling them. Don't worry.
She says, oh, thank you. I need help. And she kind of like latches up on to your shoulders, like help me. And she says it's just awful. And then in that instant, her face changes to the face of a nilbog.
Oh, I think does Kyr'nes see the face?
There's no time to react to this.
Dang it.
The nilbog says, "Got your nose."
Oh.
And there's an explosion.
Oh no.
And
I hate healing too.
Oh, I have a plus dex.
Dang, you a flip wizard.
Wizard.
50 it's you have it.
Oh, okay, cool. Just don't.
Well, if it's a fireball, that's awful.
Yeah.
Something explode.
If it's a different spell that I'm thinking of on the top head, you be dead.
That is not a good thing.
So, it is a base level fireball.
Oh, okay.
The target d6 fire damage on a failed save or has been on a 6 hole.
It could have been a delayed.
Oh, yeah. I was reading delayed fireball today. That can get incredibly dangerous,
16.
especially if you hold it for during its insane.
Delayed cast
22.
fireball is like.
I'm fucking dead. I had 9. I am dead. I am on the floor.
You
Half
take
of that?
31 hits. You 31. So that's
So you're still Mondo dead. 31. Half
Okay,
30.
honey? Okay, honey?
you take half 31, so 15.
Okay, I'm almost dead then. So I'm down to 4 hit points. I just hope you all realize that.
Upon seeing this explosion, Kyr'nes is having none of anything hurting his friends, and he dashes in up in this bug's face so it doesn't hit Endr, and uses his breath weapon.
Interestingly, you run in, and just about the time that you get to Endr, some of the initial flame clears, and there's no nilbog.
So hearing the explosion, I'll interrupt my ritual. Or no, you know what? They're fine. I'm sure they're fine.
They're fine. Nobody died. It's good.
Oh.
I didn't hear somebody gasp for their last breath, and then another one of us going, "No, not the other person!" Ah!
Yeah, and you're still hearing me playing that shitty song.
Just like.
So ultimately, if the person who I'm trying to murder isn't dead,
I'm Can I cast? Oh, no, I didn't want to click on thaumaturgy. I want to cast. Well, first of all, hold on. Let me sort my spells for a second here.
Okay. Endr, I will tell you, you managed to hit the dirt, right, as this fireball comes in. You are at the perfect level to see beneath where the woman was standing, there's actually a rune.
I point this out very painstakingly. As I would like to mention, at this point, I am bloodied.
You're having a bad time.
Yeah.
So, I'm cast mage armor on myself, which, first of all, brings my
Oh, your abjuration ward. I was like, why are you casting mage armor?
yeah, my abjuration ward.
well, hold off. Technically speaking, there's no other thing trying to hurt us right now.
But the abjuration ward lasts until a long rest.
it lasts until long rest. I want the extra AC. Listen.
We just chit-chat with the rodents, take a short rest, use some hit dice.
Yeah,
Plus
but
I got something for your ass to help out.
yeah, abjuration
go
ward
from there.
still.
Oh, well.
I mean, you can.
Fine, then I'll take your advice. I don't want to really die, so.
It's like,
So maybe don't go to everybody's help in a random sneaky dungeon that literally is meant to destroy us all after somebody who just told you that there is an illusion out there that is going to hurt you real bad. Hurts you real.
Has Kyr'nes ever been known to pay attention?
Did you literally miss when I was out of the room and probably didn't hear that?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that happened.
Yep.
I wasn't in the room. I wasn't listening. I wasn't here.
I almost feel bad. Then I remember I'm playing Zogle and I no longer feel bad.
It's like it was an in character stupid move by Kyr'nes. It was an out of character miscalculation by Endr.
Anyway, chit-chatting with some rodents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, I think that we're gonna close on you chit-chatting with. So, what information do you want to know from them?
I just want to see what they know about this place. If they can give us a little sketch of their favorite food holes and all that kind of madness. Because, yeah, it gives us a general spatial awareness.
They tell you that you are nearly you're approaching the end of the dungeon. Beyond the sort of cluster of rooms that you're in right now is a long hallway. About halfway down that hallway is a door that has not been opened for very many times within the last few years. And beyond that is a room where where creatures are doing science.
I offer one of them a piece of cheese if they'll basically be our little guide until door. Just to make sure we don't get lost and or do something stupid.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, mouse guy. Love it.
Is there anything else that you need to know?
Ignore the screeching.
No, yeah.
I figured it was
I'll just-
standard dorm screeching.
Beep. Before we go for our little short, rest before Endr dies horribly, I will cast what they call healing spirit, so that it can have a full duration, and then she can heal, and then we can heal, and then she'll be like.
Think. I also need to sort out my 5th level.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
help
figure
you
it
roll
out.
for that. You just roll your cleric hit dice and add your constitution modifier. It's easy peasy.
Guys, we did it! We made it through without dying. Well,
Almost.
Almost. I'm laying on the floor, very weak.
But I'm gonna say that kid is a very nice DM for not cutting your
tail off.
Oh yeah, that could have gone a lot more poorly. I honestly would have taken like an in-character penalty to Dex while I relearned how to balance without my tail. That would have been a nice like character moment.
What were you saying, Al?
I would have chopped one of your leg off at least.
I'm not gonna lie. As a DM, that would have been a delayed blast fire.
That would have killed me, who was standing a good ways away.
I definitely considered taking the tail, but I want this dungeon to be a slow burn. I don't want to take everything from you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Instead, we take all of the time in the session doing a lever puzzle.
Oh my god, you guys!
I swear,
My god.
I swear, the only The only worst thing we could have done was, like, try to do something to the door.
I'm just so grumpy that I couldn't get an anti-magic field to carry around with us.
Yeah, so out of character, I am going to say the statues that produce the anti-magic fields are magical items, so they cannot be, like, chunked. Like, you can't take a bit off of it. Like, the whole thing's a magic item. You can take it off the wall.
Could we have reduced it? Could we have used, like, enlarge reduce to make it a small boy and carry it?
You have that?
I can get it very soon during next level.
I'll have to check. I think so. If you can enlarge and reduce magic items, yes.
Okay.
I mean, technically, if I spent all of my time and, like, hung out with it, and it was my item by technicality, it goes into my forms with me.
I don't think that's how it works.
You just, like, get snuggled with this gross eye stalk at you and attuned to it?
I have yet to be told that if it's mine, it does not go to it.
Okay. Well, yeah, so this still has a few surprises for you guys. So,
Yeah.
I'll take a second to realize that I overlooked my spells.
yes. How's everybody doing for stuff, by the way?
I have
haven't
only...
burned any.
I've only used the one for Ice Knife.
Okay.
I
got
haven't.
Because
Third
Zogle
level.
stopped me. So.
I
What's up,
haven't used any.
Okay.
No, I've got no third level.
You got no third level? Okay.
I didn't ended up casting Eat Metal at all, and
That's
I
right.
was stunned or confused for most of the.
Yeah, that was and the worst part, confusion, like, it wasn't turning you. It just happened.
I'm okay. I like when it's difficult, like people like dying like Endr. I like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I
Mhm.
was super excited when you said you worked in, because I was like, oh, my illusion, it worked.
It didn't... It wasn't supposed to work. We knew it was there. But we didn't know it was
Well,
there.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
it's
didn't
very-
know it was there.
It's very Endr like to rush for someone
It
that
is.
like. So I'm totally like,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
I'm
very
into
in
it.
character, even if it was an accident.
yeah, I'm into
So,
it.
like, let's
Yeah,
say
there's-
that Ender knew, like, she wouldn't have given a shit. Like, she hears someone scream, and, like, she feels that need to go and help them real quick.
There's a
Yeah.
reason we hear an Ender, because they're both big saps.
I'm pretty content with the fact that we have our bard spell slots, though. He's, like, a lot more utility, even than myself, so...
Yeah.
Kyr'nes, real good.
Yeah, a lot of, like, the utility spells for Sorcerer are of personal utility, so you can yeet yourself out of there, but not very many other people.
Yeah.
Druids are absolutely great, except if they don't have any of their shapes. So, short rests are good rest, and on top of that, I don't care.
Alrighty, let's the thing and get out of here.
Oh yeah,
So
spiels.
I just
Oop.
rolled for my hit die. I just rolled for my for the level 5 health, and I think I'm at 31 hit points when I'm at full health. So that's marginally better than my 22 because I rolled an 8. That's fun.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because my spiel takes a billion years. Hi, I'm Glacier Nester. I play Kyr'nes, the Dragonborn sorcerer who almost got part of his tail chopped off today. And I do Twitch. I do YouTube. YouTube's the thing that I feel like I enjoy a lot. You know, I put a lot more effort into, but I do put plenty of time to Twitch. I stream a variety thing. Most of the time it's a game. On Wednesday nights, I do my premiere Twitch show, Paper Cuts, where I read a public domain on Fridays. And then I do my original piece of content for YouTube on Monday nights. Or Monday afternoons. And then I post the stream VODs from my Twitch in such a way that I have content, when you count this, every day of the week except Tuesday. So if there's a pretty big, broad range of what I do, so, you know, if any of those sound like there's something you're interested in,
Cup of tea.
yeah, there we get. That's a much better way of putting it. If any of that sounds like it's your cup of tea, feel free to drop by. That's Glacier_Nester, unless underscores aren't allowed, but you'd probably be able to find me by searching Glacier_Nester anyway. So, that's my spiel. Who's next?
I guess I'll go next, just really quick. I'm Matthatter, or Razz/Razzie. I play Endr, our human wizard cleric, who almost fucking bit the dust out of her necessity to help people, and my own roommates calling me out of the room, asking for my presence. But yes, I have a YouTube where I post the VODs. I'm trying to put this up at a much higher consistency. I'm probably going to be trying to upload a few of them tomorrow. I think we have up till 4 or 5 uploaded right now.
Yeah.
Onto Razz's Planetarium. Putting them up a lot more tomorrow.
I
I'll have the time to.
I think you have access to up to episode 14 now?
13.
Oh my god, we're at episode 14.
Or episode 14. I just can only pass them. Yeah, I could tell you how many episodes I have actually. But she has access to. She has access to up to episode 14 because we're handing files.
Yeah, and I also have an art blog on Tumblr, which is razzesartcorner.tumblr.com. I posted a few doodles of the crown there. I'll be working on those at some point when I don't have to read this massive book for a paper. For 50s, I love it. Consumerism. But yeah, so that's where you can find me. I also have a TikTok, which is just Matthatter. I just do it for fun. I literally don't give a shit if you look it up or not. It's just I goof around.
It's good goof.
Glacier, occasionally, but yeah.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm SleepingOwl. I play. I almost said Zogle.
That's the second person that's done. I did that earlier, and I'm like, what the heck? What is Azure's name and being mixed up with people?
I do Twitch, but also I do Instagram. And like, while we were playing, I drew a new thing, so I'm gonna be posting it there. My last post is like a mix of Bob Ross and the first villain from the Harry Potter movie with like the turban and but instead of turban I put monkeys. It's weird.
It's real good. I love it.
I do weird realism stuff, and yeah, like my next drawing is gonna be a slug with a rat and a turtle sleeping on the rat, and the rat is on a kite. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Check me out. Yeah. Send me nudes.
Very cool. I am Kid Infinite. I am a Twitch streamer. I'm a little inconsistent right now because of school and stuff, but I'm here every Sunday doing the nerd stream, and every Wednesday or sometimes Tuesday I do my my morning stream talk show with my very good friend Basley, and we talk about social justice, we talk about boys, and we talk about video games and what more we need.
All the best topics.
Yeah.
All the best topics. Yeah, so check me on here, Act Infinite. Check out on Twitter, Act Infinite. And yeah, there you go.
So, yeah, I guess that kind of leaves us to everybody who has been here before. This is Matthatter Plays. My shit's over there. I gotta point that direction. I keep forgetting. Basically, I Twitch until my body hurts and I pass out for an evening, and all I can do is send a little social post going, dying, see you tomorrow. Otherwise, yeah, we're here all the time. All of these links of all of these people who follow, love them, appreciate them, gotta spread love. And, yes. Nothing else. I gotta through for I can use fine trash.
The whole time you've had fine trash.
I fell for a while, too.
Gosh.
Alrighty. Well, I will call you guys next week. Of the Mind, hopefully.
Oh.
To be fair, we might not. Based on
If you throw another level at us, we will never escape the Cave of the Blind.
There you go. That was my confession.
I hope my
Kids
players
under
do
the
something
impression-
that's stupid.
Kid's under the impression that he needs to murder us. No. He just needs to keep us distracted for all eternity. And then
It's fine.
It was literally like, here's the answer. There you go.
And we avoid the answer.
I wonder what we should do.
The answer's right in front of us. I really hope my players do something that's dumb too. It's
they will.
beautiful.
to be fair, he's tried to kill us repeatedly. So if it
Good
seems
change base.
obvious, if it seems a little bit obvious, then there's good chance it's too obvious.
Are you implying that I am currently running a campaign where the main villain is a shape changer? Like, what are you talking about?
What?
What?
Okay,
Anybody that we trust? What? I mean,
I will catch you
Fine.
guys later.
Alright. Night, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
my friends.
Ooh. I love when we suck at puzzles. Yeah. Now we wait for the recording to stop for about 100,000 years. Because poor Lappy can only take so much struggle in his life. Begone, dice, I require you no longer. I'll save my character sheet and I will go the heck to sleep. Here's a mess. How do I live the death of a bachelor? Oh. Hi, give me a moment for Lappy to consider his life. Oh, I'm an old, old man. You don't know that?
I do know that.
You don't know that?
I do know that.
Okay, maybe you know that a little bit.
I do know that. I know that a lot.
I'm older than I look.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm not nearly as older than I look than a couple other people I know, but I am slightly older than I look. Actually, the beard may have caught up things.